I got it. Okay, that should be.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, tight. Very cool. Like I said, if you were in our Discord earlier today, you might have caught, or today being when we're live here on Wednesday evening, January 18th, of course. You would have caught that this is our season finale of the Great Naledian Crown. We will be returning to this story eventually. However, we do have a really awesome sort of mini series that is going to be coming out next week. Same time, same place. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we have a 5-session little mini campaign that titled TBD still, but we're going to be welcoming back our original player Jenna to the party, so that there's going to be 5 of us all with totally new characters and a new story set in the same world, Petrichor, in the same time, same levels and everything. Just a fun little side story while we put our current story, of the Bared Souls, just on the shelf for a little bit. We're going to try out some new characters and play some new classes and whatnot, and just have a grand old time, and are happy to bring you a little bit of new content for the beginning of the year. But that being said, we are still a interactive stream. We've got some wonderful things that you, as the chat, as the audience, can bring to the table, so to speak. And Hannah, if you want to maybe let them know a little bit about our channel points and our channel reward system.
Yeah, make sure you're paying attention in the chat. There's going to be a little whatchamacallums where people put their names in and one gets drawn.
Oh.
Yeah, one
Jesus
of those.
Christ, a raffle?
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
There's no raffle, so you can get some points. I've had a long day. Mostly, you can make my day better by giving Sal disadvantage, because that makes me really happy.
I don't like that at all.
If you want,
that would make my day better.
If you want to make my day better, you could always do a DM drinks or a party drinks, because we're all supposed to have these fun little potions, except for Sal, who is beyond potions.
That is correct. I broke my potion the first day that I tried to make it.
He could not handle my strongest potions.
It's true. You might want to save the DM drinks rewards though for next month, because I am doing dry January right now. Just getting back in the groove for the new year. So just do party drinks, for now, and make everybody else get have a good time and all that jazz. But there is another very special, very fun option. Jamie, if you want to tell us about maybe your favorite reward.
If you'd like to make my day either better or worse, you can have Wild Surge, and which will have a number of different random effects, some of which can affect the plot even. So please feel free to do that.
And you can, of course, one of our most powerful things you can do is just add another character to the story by creating an NPC, submitting some information about class, race, name, background, character quirk, etc. And Sal will, with his omnipotence, create them on the fly. And maybe if I might suggest that in place of DM drinks, you could redeem, to make my day better, spooky noise, everyone's favorite reward.
Spooky noise, crowd favorite, certainly.
My lasting and most powerful legacy when it comes to my contribution to Team Dicey is the creation of the spooky noise.
Of course, a classic.
Redemption.
Who knows? In the new mini campaign, we might see a return of the aforementioned spooky noise. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. But thank you guys. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, or maybe it's been a little minute, speaking of, shouts out to Tony Romo, and shouts out to Extra for showing up. But I know it's been a minute for you guys. So we'll get a little caught up. Do a quick little recap of the past couple of sessions. So our intrepid band of adventurers, well, actually, let me start this out correctly. When last we met, our intrepid group of adventurers known as the Bared Souls had only recently arrived in the new town of 4 Point Cross, the birthplace and hometown of the newest member of the Bared Souls, Thuisa. Here, they met a handful of people, but none the more, directly involved with them now than the sorceress known as Kata, who has established herself and her tower, her place of research, here on the outskirts of town at 4 Point Cross, after having purchased Tuisa's family home from her now, not lost family, but relocated family, who has attempted to go on search of her as she is left in order to hopefully find some sort of a way to help out her sickly older brother. After they met Kata, they agreed to do a couple errands for her, to go to a couple different places of research or laboratories to either ascertain further information or ascertain or acquire rather missing reagents and paperwork and research notes that she had left there. Firstly was her laboratory in the first layer of the Nine Hells, of which the team successfully looted and received her research notes along with a couple other interesting items and weapons after defeating a couple of fell Gnollish creatures from the first layer of Hell. And after completing that errand, Kata agreed to aid them in scrying on some of the more important figures in their life, in addition to trying to help them figure out how they can sort of further their grocery list of people that they need to find, apprehend, or kill or bring to justice that the members of Foundation, the sort of intelligence syndicate for the Great Naledian Crown, has hired them to do. In exchange for more aid and more assistance, Kata has asked them to go to the Frigid North, a sort of continent that's on the northern end of Naledi that has not been settled yet, and hopefully find a laboratory owned by a sorcerer and a colleague of Kata's, who goes by the name of Ignatius Salt, and his laboratory is called the Salt Vault, of course. In exchange for further assistance, the group agreed while they're sort of waiting for some of their items to be crafted and just, while they have some free time, and, the coin and the extra assistance is always welcome. They were teleported to the Frigid North, and they made a little bit of a trek after meeting with the elusive old turtle known as Lo, who they met at 4 Point Cross, and who mysteriously showed up at the Frigid North after evading the meeting that he had scheduled with young Kill. And they traversed further north until they found the Salt Vault. Lo had departed from the group from there, hoping to climb to the tallest point in the Frigid North on his pilgrimage. And the group went into the Salt Vault after discovering the entrance to it. While they were there, they discovered what seems to be the remnants of this laboratory in some sort of separated realm from the prime material realm of Petrichor. It seemed as though they were actually stuck for a period of time in the Underdark, which is where the Salt Vault was located, it turns out. And a shrine, a really large shrine to the demigod Enoch, the god of hate and a god of war, among many other diabolical things. This is where some things were tampered with, and they were quickly assailed by the man himself, Ignatius Salt. They did battle with him here inside this sanctum, and it was really fucking tough. It was really hard, and some of them did not make it. Well, they almost didn't make it out alive, but they eventually defeated Ignatius Salt, did a little bit of looting, and discovered that they were essentially trapped here in the Underdark if they weren't able to figure out a way to escape back to the prime material realm of Petrichor. They used one of their sending stones to message back to Kata to relay this information that Salt had been killed by them and that they needed a way out. Kata was able to teleport them out back to her tower, and offered sanctuary for them in the night so that they could rest and regain their strength, and they could go about telling more of the situation in the morning, speaking about it more in depth, and Kata could, then provide a, recompense for the hired task that she brought them into. But little did they know, Kata apparently was very attached and had a very deep connection, apparently, with Ignatius Salt. And in the middle of the night, charmed Indigo of our wonderful party, and essentially gave him a very potent poisoned dagger and commanded him to slip into each of their rooms and assassinate them, essentially. Luckily, Indigo is just absolutely terrible with any type of, hand-to-hand weaponry, and is more adept with spellcasting, and so was not able to successfully complete this task that Kata had charmed him into doing. And so Kata was forced to reveal her true form as a Rakshasa, and she has sworn vengeance against the Bared Souls for killing Ignatius Salt, who apparently she had an incredibly deep bond with. So we left the group in the middle of their night in Kata's tower. After all of them being awakened by all the ruckus that Indigo had caused trying to and failing to assassinate his party members under the charm and control of Kata. Duisa had just begun casting a magic circle in order to protect herself while she didn't know where Kata was, until finally Kata revealed herself to be standing right next to her, and in her true sort of half-tiger humanoid Rakshasan form, stabbed her in the gut with her very sharp tiger claws, pulled them out of her gut, and the rest of the team sort of being notified by the blood-curdling scream that Tuisa had loosed into the atmosphere here in the dead of night. Now, essentially, this tower has many different floors. However, Sirikaz is at the third floor of the tower, just being woken up by the ruckus. Indigo and Kill are on the second floor of the tower, just sort of trying to get their bearings as to what the fuck is going on. And then Tuisa is on the first floor of the tower with Kata and locked in a battle with her. Now, I believe I still have everybody's initiative and all of that, with the exception of Kaz. However, I think because we haven't been here for 2 weeks, I kind of want to just get a reroll going on the initiative. Kata's final words before we left off last time was, "None of you will leave this tower alive." Now, I need everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
Matt, did you give us good berries last time? Am I recalling that correctly?
Yeah. Each of you have 3 good berries.
Good berries. Do those last just for the day?
They last 24 hours.
Okay.
Can we put one in our tooth, like a cyanide pill? Like if you fall unconscious, you just chomp down on it. Like
that seems like something you should invent.
Are you sure you gave out 3? Because I got 5 in my inventory.
Oh, you know what? I think I cast it a couple of times, so you might have. Whatever you say is, I'm probably right, because I think I had more than 1 spell slot left over. So
5 each.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, fine.
Reverse cyanide pill. That'd be kind of fun.
All right, my friends. Indigo, what did you get on initiative?
Oh, sorry. 1 second. It is a 19.
19. Awesome. Kill?
I got a 9.
9. All righty. Sirikaz?
I got a 14.
14. And Thuisa?
6.
6. All right, now just for the chat, for our audience, keep in mind this happened in the middle of the night while the team was attempting to take a long rest. They were able to recover essentially all of their abilities, their spell slots, their spells, all of that good stuff that gets reset on a long rest. However, they were not able to recover their hit points. So that's sort of the conundrum that they all find themselves in. and we are going to be continuing on with this battle in the style of Theater of the Mind. So you won't be missing out on anything off screen or anything like that. It's just going to be very, it's going to be a little bit more of a whimsical fight. Well, that is, has heavy consequences, obviously, but it's not going to be super tactile. It's, we're going to play it by ear. With that being said, Kata had just finished her attack, which is where we last left off. So I'm going to start with Indigo at the top of the initiative. So Indigo, you're on the second floor. You hear this sort of blood-curdling scream from your companion, Luisa, from below you. And you had just finished explaining the situation to Kill best you could after sort of coming out of your charm. So what would you like to do?
Do I know if Rakshasas can see invisible creatures?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. The DC is going to be pretty high for this.
15.
15. You are not sure if they can just sort of, if they have any type of true sight in that manner. However, you are certain that type of ability is not a common thing. So usually creatures with not extraordinary power, but I mean, actually, I would probably say usually creatures with extraordinary power have true sight. So take that as you will. Like if you think Kata is powerful enough to have it, then you can operate with assumption, but you do not know specifically if she has it.
Fair enough. Well, I guess we should proceed carefully, Kill. And I'll we're on the second floor. We heard a commotion from which floor?
You hear a commotion from the floor below you.
From the floor below. Okay. I guess I will attempt to stealthily move down a floor.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check. And you're going to be moving at half speed doing this.
I got a 5.
Okay, no problem. You begin to start creeping down the stairs best you can. You move at half speed because you're attempting to be sneaky. So you can move, I believe your movement is 40 or 30 or 40.
35, actually.
35. So we'll say you can move 20 spaces. We'll round up. Or 20 feet rather. You begin to creep down. You actually get to like right essentially near the bottom of the stairs, and you're just sort of like leaning off to the side. You do see the back of the tiger humanoid Rakshasan form of Kata just sort of claws out, cloak sort of slightly, almost magically billowing from behind her as you see Tuisa sort of cowering, drenched in blood in front of her.
Okay, so I still have an action here?
You do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know if I can also... do I know if Rakshasas are immune to charm as well?
Unfortunately, you are uncertain.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, I've got limited options. So yeah, let's do I'm going to cast a suggestion on Kata, and I'm going to make it a heightened spell. So it'll have disadvantage against its save if it gets one. Okay.
So no problem. Go ahead and mark the sorcery points off. Because Kata is so suggestion, I believe it works if the creature is like an unfriendly creature, they have advantage against the roll, correct?
No. If she can't be charmed, then she's immune.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing about like a penalty if she's hostile. I can read the spell if you want.
Yeah, please read the spell.
You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two, and magically influence a creature you see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a way as to make this course of action sound reasonable, asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, etc. Ends the spell. The target makes a wisdom saving throw. On the failed save, it pursues the course of action you describe to the best of your ability. Its ability. Suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration of the suggested activity.
Great, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, so then With the empowered spell, it will make the save at disadvantage. Yes.
DC is 15. It's a wisdom saving throw.
I'll roll and take the lower. I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, buddy.
Stop.
Chill, dude.
I know. Yeah, that's crazy. You Jesus Christ. As you begin to sneak up, you begin to mutter the incantation under your breath, and you hold your chalice out as such. But just as you sort of finish the incantation, you realize that you tilt your cup in such a way that a single drop of wine falls out and hold on, let's see if I can do it. Onto the ground.
Not bad.
And her ear twitches, and you lose the incantation, and she just turns over her shoulder and locks eyes with you. She is unaffected.
Okay.
That is your action.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I have no. Well, I don't think I have a bonus action I can do really. No. That's it for me.
Okie dokie. Kaz, it is your turn.
Stepping away.
Kill, you're up.
Okay, I'll be right back. I swear.
Okay, go for it. Kaz, it's your turn. Kill, you're up. Up on deck. Excuse me.
Have I been woken up?
You have, yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get my bow and I don't know they're outside, but I heard noises outside, right?
Not outside, below you.
Oh.
2 floors below you. Mm.
I guess I will also try to move stealthily down.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sure. 22.
Awesome, good to know. You're going to move at half speed as you do this.
Okay.
But you can dash, and you can use your cunning action to dash again if you want,
Sure.
which essentially would negate that.
I'll go ahead and use my cunning action to dash.
Okay, so you're going to move at your full speed.
Yeah, to hold on to my action.
Great. So you move 30 feet. It's going to take you about 10 to get below to the first one, another 5, and then another 10. So you can get all the way down to the first floor. As you pass down into the second floor, you do see Kill, who's sort of readying himself for action. You move past him down to the stairs, and then you move through, and you are met by Indigo, sort of at the very bottom of the stairs, blocking the path. You can move past him, but directly past him, looking over her shoulder, she doesn't even notice you, but she's sort of like trained on Indigo, is the Rakshasan form of who you assume to be Kata.
Dope. I'm going to ready an action to fire my bow should she do anything aggressive. Aggressive in the sense that I think she's like attacking somebody.
Okay, good to know. All right, so you ready your action and prepare that reaction for that triggering mechanism. All right, is that going to be the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's everything but reaction. Let's go.
Well, that is action and reaction technically.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
Alrighty, cool. That's going to bring us to Tuisa.
Ooh.
Sorry. Kill was on deck. I had already moved it to Kill, so when I went next on the initiative order, it brought me to Tuisa. Kill, you're up. Tuisa, you're on deck. Yes. My apologies.
It'll be quick. I'm just going to activate my symbiotic entity and make my way down the steps.
Okay. Kill, you sort of focus your energy down into the fungi on your back that shimmer and let out a little bit of spores as you erupt into this symbiotic entity that floats around you, and these living organisms begin to sort of vibrate and emanate this almost arcane bit of protective energy around you as you begin to trot down with your full weight onto the floor, down each step. Each one of you can sort of feel the atmosphere begin to thicken as Kill enters the fray.
I'll go ahead and down a potion of healing as well with my bonus action.
Okay. Sounds good. Bonus action, you slam some healing. I believe that's 2d4 plus 4? Or 2d4 plus 2? Can't remember.
I can't remember either. I'll look it up though.
Awesome. I
That's
will
it.
leave you to it. Okay, Tuisa, you are up.
Okay, I am. Am I picturing correctly? Is there like, can you see up the stairs? Is there like a balcony to the second floor, or is it separate, like an actual floor?
You cannot see up to, like when you look up, there's just a ceiling.
Okay.
Is that what if that's what you're asking?
Yep, that's it. I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet
Okay.
away as far as
All
I
right.
can. Probably
Like towards the front door?
yeah, towards the
Okay.
door.
The front door is
I just
open.
had two of my friends like try and kill me.
Yeah, for sure. The front door is open, so you could you could be like 5 feet outside if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around the front door. I'm gonna go around the side, and I'm going to cast some. Ooh, I don't have Cure Wounds. I just have Healing Word. No, I do have Cure Wounds. I'm gonna Cure Wounds myself.
Nice.
First level, right? Is what I can do with a bonus action.
Misty Step is a second level spell, right?
Yes. I
Cool.
believe so.
And then and that's a bonus action, and then so your action is to be Cure Wounds at the first level. Yes.
Yep.
You can upcast Cure Wounds, can't you? Or if you wanted, or no?
She can, but because she's casting 2 spells in one turn,
Yeah.
one of them cannot be higher than second level.
Gotcha. I never
So you all, anybody who can see, watches the form of Tuisa, who is sort of drenched in a little bit of blood on her torso, mutter something under her breath, snap her fingers, and her form bursts into a tiny little cloud of mist. And Indigo and just actually pretty much all of you can sort of see that mist just sort of like and almost in the blink of an eye sort of vanish from the room. You have no idea where Tuisa is gone, based on where she is teleported, and she seemed to have removed herself from the initial fray. So that is your full turn from your action,
Yes.
your movement, and your bonus action. That's going to bring us back up to the top of the initiative, which brings us to Kata. So Kata, now sort of turning her head and seeing that her original foe has sort of disappeared, she turns around towards you, Indigo, since she doesn't notice Sirikaz yet, and she says, I guess your friends have abandoned you. And she is going to move up against you. And she's going to make 2 claw attacks against you.
Mm.
First one is going to be a 22.
That will hit.
Okay. That's going to be 11 points of slashing damage as she slashes into you.
That puts me at 0.
Okay. As soon as she moves up, yes. So she moves up to slash. Before that happens, Sirikaz. So just hold on to the 11 points first.
Okay.
Before that happens, she moves to slash. Sirikaz is going to use his reaction to pop his head out and loose the arrow. This is going to count as a sneak attack because you were stealthed for this.
That is 23 to hit.
Totally hits.
Cool. So the regular damage is 7 plus 17, which puts us at 24, and then I have another d6 if she doesn't know I'm there from the ring. So 24
Yes.
plus another 2, so that should be 26 damage total.
Got it. And these are with regular bow, regular arrow, correct?
Regular bow, the Autolycus arrow, which has like +1 to it. That's why.
Gotcha. But the Autolycus arrow, if I remember correctly, is not magical.
I don't believe so. No.
No, it's just well crafted.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you loose the arrow and it slams directly into the shoulder of Kata, and she winces. It certainly pierces her skin and draws blood and deals damage. However, it does unfortunately not damage her quite as well as you would hope, as unfortunately she takes half damage from non-magical attacks. And unfortunately, that does not interrupt her swiping attack against Indigo, which slashes on his chest, ripping it open, and the pain is enough to sort of shock him falling forward unconscious. She is going to make a second attack against him with advantage. That is going to be only a 15 to hit.
Unfortunately, my AC is 15.
Just barely hits. She's going to slash against you.
Use my reaction while I'm unconscious.
Unfortunately, you cannot. She slashes against you, which is going to, because it is a melee attack, automatically crit. So you suffer 2 death saving throws, 2 death saving failures immediately.
Oh boy.
However, that is going to be her.
May I remind you that I'm a fan favorite?
Yes.
So you're aware.
Yes. Hopefully, maybe someone in chat could redeem like a wild magic surge or something like that. Okay, that is going to be her turn, which actually is going to bring us to you, Indigo. I need you to make a death saving throw.
Oh wow. Okay. This is a D20, correct?
It's a D20.
Oh boy. All right. Here goes. That's a 3.
Oh, wait. Before you say anything, Sal, we do have a common wild magic surge.
All right. I would like you to roll D100 for me, please.
All right.
As after Indigo's body falls to the ground, it begins to shake a little bit, and bits of blue arcanum begin to erupt from him as he falls.
All right, on a D100, we got a 3.
3? Very interesting. Let me check.
Hope it's something cool.
It's the one thing that I always forget to have pulled up before we begin. So I'm getting there. I know.
What would help me most during this moment is a party drinks.
You help me a lot in this moment.
I'm going to assume one's coming and just kind of...
Oh, that's wild. We totally just got a party drinks. How'd that happen?
Oh, nice.
Wow, crazy.
Who's
Thanks,
doing
Jack.
all these things? Oh, and DM drinks and another party drinks. Nice.
Thank you, Jack.
Those were all from different people, too.
Yes, they were. Okay, so a 3. This would have definitely come in handy before. The Arcanum coalesces into a space in your chest and then travels up to your head and settles into your eyes. For the next minute, you can see any invisible creature if you have line of sight on it.
God damn it.
Which is nice. Indigo.
Mm-hmm.
After you begin to fall down, you start to lose consciousness onto the ground, and you begin to blink a little bit. And you begin to see, as you blink, darkness, and between the blinks, just a sky filled with an aurora of color washing over you, and you begin to see bits of dense forestation and flora and fauna as far as the eye can see, just sort of stretching out into the horizon. And suddenly you feel a sharp stinging sensation in your back, and you sort of instinctually seize up a bit as you feel your breath begin to escape you. You feel the sense that these are your final words. What would you like to say?
Who is around me right now? Or am I aware of where I am even right now?
You're sort of like this weird in and out.
Okay.
It's hard to focus.
I say, Fey Lord, help my son.
I would like you to roll a D300 for me, please.
D300. 74.
74. We're getting there. We're getting there.
It's too bad I won't prepare Revivify out of principle.
She saw I was upset, so she jumped on my shoulder.
Girl.
You stop.
Okay. You said 73?
74, I believe.
74. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. As Indigo's body falls and hits the ground, and Kata tears into. Oh, we lost Anna. She'll be right back.
Too upset. Left.
Too upset. Had to go.
I'll log off. I can't die.
Yeah, if we're not all present,
That's true. That's true. I have to wait.
I didn't hear yourself say anything. Did you guys? I didn't.
As
Wait, should I leave
Kata.
again?
No. As Kata slashes into the back of Indigo, and his body goes limp. Small bits of Arcanum drift off his body. Everybody within 10 feet of Indigo, which I believe is Kill, Kaz, and Kata, I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
12.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay. So, Kaz, and this is hilarious. The Arcanum erupts, and a wave of blue energy passes over the three of you. Kill and Kaz, you sort of feel as if your body almost shivers for a moment, but you shake it off. This eruption of Arcanum, almost too much to bear against, at least for you, Kaz. And you quickly notice the body of Kata tense up and almost freeze. Kaz, it is your turn.
Fuck.
Kill, you're on deck, by the way.
How far is Kata from me at this point? 10, 15 feet?
Like 10 feet. 10 feet.
Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and run up to Kata and just like dropping the bow, pull out Gold Toe's shiv and try to just shiver with it.
Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
Nice! The first one was a 25, and the
Hits.
second one was a 12, so 25.
25 hits.
And I'm the only one within 5 feet of her, right?
Well, you have advantage, so you get sneak attack regardless.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So that's gonna be 6 damage plus another 15, so 21 damage total, and make a con saving throw, I guess.
Sure. Can do that. This con save is way higher. That's gonna be a 23. You said how many points of damage?
21 total.
21. As you stab her with Gold Toe Shiv and start to rip at her abdomen, you notice that her body doesn't move. She seems to be entirely stunned by whatever wave of magical effect that Indigo's body released upon his death. And you rip into her, and this time you feel the full extent of the damage soak into her body. As you can see, her eyes, the only thing seemingly able to move, her pupils go wide for a moment.
as I pull out the blade. All right. And unfortunately, I'm not dual wielding right now, right? To go in from the other side. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a couple steps back just in case she gets to move next turn.
Sure.
But I will say, I think she can't move.
Great. Okay. Kill, it is your turn. Tuisa, you're on deck.
Okay. Is it obvious to me that a healing word would not help Indigo?
Well, go ahead and just give me a general medicine check. This won't count against anything, just to see if you are aware enough that
It's a 7.
it's a 7. I mean, you can try, but I mean, you have a high enough intuition that you don't know what would really work on him. He got brutalized.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna assume that I'm okay. Then I am just gonna, now that I've seen this thing is stunned, I'm just gonna run up and you know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna use Hex. It's kind of free, my bonus action, and I will give disadvantage on strength checks, I guess.
Okay, disadvantage on strength checks.
Because I don't think I know what a Rakshasa is.
Sure.
And if I want to wrestle this thing, I want it to be less strong.
So true.
And then I'm just gonna try to hit it with my flail.
Go for it.
This is with advantage.
It is.
It's a 16.
16 hits, just barely.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So we got D8, D6, D6. Okay, so we have 12 bludgeoning and 4 necrotic.
Okay. Give me one moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, incapacitated. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, got it. Can you repeat the damage for me one more time?
12 bludgeoning and 4 necrotic.
Got it. And this is with the flail?
That's with the flail, yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me the rolls to see what head of the flail slams into the stunned body of Kata.
Okay, that is the head of madness.
The head of madness.
The target must make a DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Can do. That is going to be... Ooh! That's going to be a 9.
Okay, so the target must make a melee attack against a random target within its reach on its next turn.
Okay.
If it has no targets within its reach, even after moving, it loses its action. Okay, so it's just gonna... It has to make a melee attack.
Got it.
Sal, does this flail... because this is the first time that I've triggered an effect. Is there anything... Does my attunement with the flail afford me an understanding of which head hits it?
Yes, especially since you successfully made contact with the creature, you feel the power of the flail sort of affect and emanate against your target, and you become more attuned and aware of which one the specific head, which effect the specific head, emanates.
Okay, cool. I will Tweesa's nowhere to be found, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, she just sort of disappeared in a little puff of mist.
All right. I'll just give Kaz a knowing glance, and we'll see if we'll see how long this lasts. That's my turn.
Louisa, it is your turn.
Okay, so I've been on like the outside of the door, like breathing heavy.
Sure.
Against it. Okay, I'm gonna turn back in, and I see her frozen. I see Indigo savaged on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Do either of my other friends here look very injured? I haven't.
Kaz looks pretty fucked up.
I'm gonna take my book out, slam it on the ground, and I'm gonna wither and bloom her.
Okay.
And give Kaz, if you have any what you call them, hit die, you can roll up to 3, I think. 1d6.
I definitely have a 3 hit die, and thanks to my periaptive wound closure, I double the number of hit points my hit die restore.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What a cool like unforeseen combo. That's really funny.
Well, I think does it have to hit her? It might have to hit her.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's see. What's the save that I have to make?
It's a Constitution saving throw, 16.
Okay. I'm
she
rolling
takes
like
half on a successful, so
I rolled really well right at the top, and I've just been rolling like shit. That's a 7.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
So that's 4d6. I wish I should make notes as to what level. And then you can roll. Oh, there's too many numbers. Spend 1 and then an additional for every buff. So you can roll up to 3 hit die.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and roll 3 hit die with my real dice for funsies.
Go for it.
I rolled like absolute dog shit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of necrotic damage.
Michaela says that you might be a little quiet, Garrett, by the way.
Okay. So I'm gonna get back an 11 total. I don't think I add my con modifier or anything, do I?
Unless it specifically says so on Wither and Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
It just says roll unspent hit die. Gain the number equal to the roll plus my spell casting ability modifier, which is
should be 5, right? 5 or 7.
Is that it's not my hit, right? Yeah, so
that's a hit.
My modifier is 5. Okay. My spell attack is +8, but my modifier is +5.
Okay, well the modifiers then it's whatever you roll in total and then +5.
Dope.
Yeah.
That means I got 16 back, baby. I'm back in the
game. Hell
yeah.
Amazing.
I sort of look around like, all right. I think I know what's going on here.
Oh, this is probably a bad idea. I'm going to run over to Indigo. So I'm nearby him.
Sure. You do so. You basically can reach him.
Okay. And just get on the ground and be like, what can I do? Which is
how much damage did she suffer, by the way?
9.
9 points of damage. Got it.
I rolled 2 2s and a 1 and a 4.
Okay, good to know. You can see now she is starting to before she was essentially like fresh as a daisy, and now you guys have all seemed to have stuck into her pretty well. So that is going to be the end of your turn, Theresa?
Yes.
All right, at the top of her turn, she is going to attempt to break the stun. Oh my god. She remains stunned. That's another 7. Alrighty. Kaz, you're up.
Cool. Guess what? We're bringing back Golto's shift, baby.
Hey, Sal, can you also have her roll a con save?
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'm assuming
15.
15 does fail, so she's going to take some itty bitty damage.
Oh no! Is this from your symbiotic entity?
That's correct.
Alrighty.
So that is, I think the die changed to a D6. Yeah. Okay. So she gonna take 10 necrotic damage.
Nice. The symbiotic entities, the spores around Indigo, begin to assail the stunned body of Kata and begin to eat at her very flesh as it begins to decay and, disposed in front of your eyes.
Hell yeah.
Strike me down and I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. I meant that literally.
I rolled a 26 to hit.
That certainly hits.
I just wanted to be sure.
Hey, you do have advantage with this attack, by the way.
Yeah, that 26 was with advantage. The first one was, I think, 15. So
just wanted to make sure you didn't crit or not.
Yeah. So that's a 10 damage. That's max damage from Gold Toe's Shiv.
Amazing.
And we'll throw another. Oh, that's a hell of a roll. Another 18. So that's going to be 28 damage in total.
Oh my god! You rip into her with Gold Toe Shiv and tear from her collarbone down all the way to her left hip, just ripping open her chest.
Before I take a few steps back, I'm just gonna whisper, you're a lot weaker than Ignatius was. And just like,
damn!
Yeah.
Oh, damn! Psychological damage.
Emotional damage.
Yes.
And yeah, there's really nothing else I can do with my bonus action. I don't have 2 weapons, so.
Alrighty.
Yeah, fuck it.
That'll be the end of the turn then. Kill, you're up. Duisa, you're on deck.
Yeah, let's just run it back. Yep, that's gonna hit. It's a 19.
Is that with advantage?
Yep. Okay, so that's 11 bludgeoning plus 5 necrotic.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got the last burn in.
I think all of those spores just get a little extra excited and feast upon the flesh.
Okay. As you slam your weapon just across her neck, even in her stunned position, snaps upon impact, and the spores surround her head and just seep into her pores and her orifices from her eyes, nose, mouth, agape, into her ears. And as her snapped neck sort of hangs there from the stunned, in her stunned form, it sort of goes limp, and the spores begin to shake her head around as they eat at the inside of her body, and just her flesh begins to fall one by one from her head as it just melts Indiana Jones style, opening the Covenant, or Ark of the Covenant, just fucking falling away from the spores, eating her head from the inside out as her body finally shakes loose from the stun and collapses onto the ground.
Hell yeah.
Well,
you all take a moment as the space around you sort of halts with a silence. The fallen body of Kata next to the fallen body of your companion Indigo, both unmoving, unbreathing, lifeless beneath you.
I'm gonna move over to Indigo and just kind of just check him over and like, hey, you're alright, right? Just like doing what I think I've seen people do to like check for a pulse or something, which just looks like like I'm strangling him, I guess, because I don't think I know how to do it well.
You touch him and he's not responsive.
And I reach into just one of the bags I have on my belt, and I pull out a good berry. I'm like, come on, man, you'll be all right. And I just like try to make him chew it.
You pop it into his mouth and, try to, you've used the potion on your unconscious friends before. You go through the motions, and his body just is, usually there's like a semblance of, even though they're unconscious, there's some types of reactions, there's some types of, give and take on these things, even just unconsciously. And his body is completely unmoving. No subtleties of life, no spastic reactions, just nothing. The little bits of slightly chewed after you sort of work his jaw on the good berry, the mush sort of falling off on the side of his mouth, that's sort of agaped onto the ground, eyes glazed over, blood pooling.
Kill, you've got a spell, right? Something to get him back up?
Not for him. Not anymore. I'm sorry.
Is his wine glass on the ground?
The wine glass sort of lays next to his body, the contents of which have poured out, meeting and mingling with his blood on the wood panels on the ground. You can see the wine itself is even darker than the blood. As it begins to mix, you can see where it starts to swirl together.
Just put it upright so it's not laying down anymore.
I mean, this is a fucking wizard tower, right? There's got to be something in here. Come on. And I'm just gonna like look around for some sort of magical item of revivify, I guess.
Sure.
There
Go ahead.
might be.
Are you just like glancing about, or are you like rifling through things?
I'm rifling through shit, yeah.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to try to check around?
So you've run into the tower and started to look.
You guys are inside the tower.
Yeah, we were on the first floor of the tower.
Oh, somehow I was picturing we were outside.
What wasn't the top floor where she had all her stuff? All her like magical shit?
Yeah, you're right. And I just like I rolled a 6 or a 7, so
Okay.
Presuming I don't find anything, I'm just gonna like shut
Yeah,
whatever drawer I'm rifling through and head upstairs.
Yeah, I'd like to run up to the top and give her a look-see.
Okay. You both can make perception checks this time as you get up to the top floor.
It's an 8.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 plus
A natural
5.
20. 25. First of all, give yourself a point of inspiration for that. You both run up as fast as you can to the top floor. And this does seem to be Kata's personal sort of laboratory space. There are tomes and books and scroll cases sat and stationed throughout the entire circular walls of this room, as from wall to wall, it's essentially entirely bookshelves, with the exception of a window and a large sort of telescope that sort of sits in such a way that it is directed out towards the window out into the sky. In addition to that, there is a long work table and a workbench. There are 3 specific chests, one under the workbench itself, a small one on top of the workbench, and then another off to the side next to one of the next to like sort of the end of the right side of the bookshelf. There are notes and scrollings on the table. There is a center sort of altar type situation in the middle of the room, with a sort of space and a whole bunch of different reagents on it. There's a bunch of vials and stuff, beakers and little bits of equipment for working in that center sort of pulpit. Let's call it a little altar. And Kaz, you immediately run over to the altar and you just begin to look at shit and like trying to like ascertain like what the fuck any of this could be used for.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dweesa, something about this room, you just sort of get this weird like sense of intuition. You just have this gut feeling that, you know, I mean, you're an alchemist yourself. You know that any type of arcane dealings, especially research that Kata was specialized in, and just this level of magic and arcane influence, like it comes with an innate level of danger. And you just, this intuition comes over you, and you walk over to that work table, a space that she has all these scrolls and tomes and whatnot sprawled out. And you reach over to that tiny little chest on top of that table. And you just flick the latch. It's not locked. And as you flick it, there seems to be a pressure built up to where you flick the latch over and it releases the lid of this tiny chest and it plops open with a little thud. And sitting just on like a little velvet cushion is just a tiny little scroll tied up with a little like ruby twine. And you just grab it, you undo the twine and unscroll it. It's a tiny little scroll, smaller than any normal spell scroll. And you immediately understand that this is a very fast acting revival based spell. Quickly doing the math in your head, you feel as though you probably only have seconds left before you could enact the spell on someone who has fallen.
I'm gonna run. Run, and as I run, I'm gonna shout to Kill, get him up the stairs! Hurry!
Yeah, I can scoop him up.
Yeah.
Okay. You scoop him up, and you begin to head up the stairs.
All the bits. And
at both your speeds, you meet halfway. We'll say, essentially, just at the top of the third floor. And Theresa, you feel you have seconds left, probably only like maybe 10 or less.
Can I do this? Do I think I can do this?
You walk up to Kill holding the unmoving, bloody body of Indigo, and you unscroll, and you just begin to read and decipher. So, first of all, shouts out to B-Monk. Thank you for sticking with us. I see the resub. Whole year, baby. We appreciate that. You successfully begin the casting mechanisms of Revivify. Because this is a spell scroll and it is specifically imbued into this scroll, the reagents have already been accounted for. They are expended when they're infused into the scroll. Because you are a spellcaster, you are able to decipher this, and because you can cast this spell at this level already, it is able to be cast. However, if my players remember, I do have resurrection rules specific to our campaign. So Revivify doesn't automatically work, so that, for the audience, so that death carries a weight. These resurrection-based spells might not always work, but we can go through them. So, With that being said, you loose this spell upon Indigo's unmoving body, hoping to snag at the soul that still seems to remain somewhere in the space between realms. It's almost as if for a moment, time stops. Not truly, but just everything around you dulls, and you just hear your own blood pumping in this state of heightened awareness, this anxiety running through you. Kaz and Kill, you both stand beside as Thuisa begins trying to enact the spell. Is there anything either of you would like to try to aid, and anything you would like to do to try to aid in the essentially ritual of casting this resurrection spell?
You know what? I don't know if it's an aid at all, but I do think I'm just gonna lean in and just whisper to Indigo. Listen, I believe I said no one's allowed to die without my okay. All right.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Now, before I tell you the answer, are you sure it's not intimidation?
I think deep down this is persuasion.
Fair enough. Okay, that's a 14.
Okay. Kill, is there anything that you would like to try to do?
Yeah, I think I'm going to presume that I know what's happening here.
Yeah, you have sort of an intuition about this.
Yeah. And I think I am, I think I'm trying to help Thuisa manage this moment more than I'm necessarily asking Indigo to cling to his living body. So I think watching Thuisa read through this scroll in sort of a panic, I'm just gonna cast guidance on her and just try to settle her nerves.
Okay. Go ahead and
I'm just gonna say, either way, he'll be fine.
We do have an inspiration for Thuisa.
got it. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Is that to me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you actually use this inspiration because I don't think Jenna realizes that inspiration cannot be used on resurrection-based checks or death saving throws.
Okay. So you're having me roll nature?
Yeah, roll nature with advantage.
15.
Okay. Thuisa, you with the aid of your companions unleash this revivify onto the body of Indigo. No, that's okay, Michaela. We gave it to Kill instead.
Stop stalling.
Thuisa, go ahead and please roll a d20 for me. Before you do it, is it possible that you can adjust your camera downward so that we could see the roll? Just because I think it'd be fun for the audience. If you can't, that's okay. Or if you want to hold it up.
Perfect.
Sure. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, great. That's amazing.
I'm not using the same one because that one already did me a 20 and I don't want to chance it.
Sure. So just
Okay.
roll a d20. You're not
I don't
gonna.
want to look.
It's okay. Go ahead and roll a d20. You are. Before you roll, I need to double check something real quick. Just so I want to make sure I'm getting this right.
I want a little dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause, just to make sure, because I don't want to get this wrong. And
Someone's clipping this.
Before you roll, let me just check to see if God is real.
does God intervene in this? Okay.
Are we living in a simulation?
Okay, Google. Is God real?
Okay.
Is now a good time to take like a bathroom break, or is there anything?
Pretty soon.
I gotta go.
I already took it right here. We're done.
So funny.
That ship has sailed.
Oh
no. I hate that.
no, it's okay. So
There's nothing worse than that.
no, it's okay. It's just a matter of who is actually meant to be rolling this last thing. Originally, it's supposed to be me, so I'll leave the choice up to you, Hannah. Do you want to roll this, or do you want me to roll it? I'll go grab my physical dice, and I'll tilt the camera down. If you want to do that.
Oh.
Now, Hannah,
Or do you want the responsibility?
do you want to reroute the trolley?
I don't, but it feels like a cop-out if I say no.
It's okay.
I will not hold it against you if you roll badly. If that makes any sense.
Technically, I'm supposed to make the roll because we're not adding any. I did all the modifications based on what Kill and Kaz just did. So,
You could go ahead. You could do it. I believe in you.
Give me 1 sec.
I'm glad you believe in him.
There. I can stop hiding my messy desk now.
And you know what? I believe in him too, because I know in my heart of hearts, Sal won't let anyone but me die.
Should we just do a cheeky little roll right now and see what it would have been? Like,
No. I don't want you to do that.
Indigo's ascending to godhood anyway. It's fine.
Sal, will you tell us what the DC is?
Will I tell you what the DC is?
Yeah.
You will know after I roll.
Got a 19, and unfortunately,
The DC
was a 32.
I am gonna use my chromatic rainbow dice for this.
Yeah.
Seems appropriate.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I just can't take the heat.
Sure.
it's all good.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna shift this over.
Can I grant you a heads up from beyond the grave?
Unfortunately, you cannot. Crotch shot.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I made the right choice. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. This way. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So,
Oh man.
More fun for the audience.
Forget the dice.
forget the dice. All right. Let me see. I'm rolling it into this corner. Okay, cool. All right. Here we go. Hopefully I can.
We can't read it. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
11?
Oh.
That is 11.
Ooh.
It's more than 10.
It's more. That is more than 10.
It's better than
If
the
it was
average.
F throw, it's okay. Oh.
Okay. So, Louisa, you loose this Revivify ritual with the aid of your companions, Kaz and Kill. You feel the guidance and this naturopathic influence emanating from Kill as he sort of puts his hand on your shoulder, and this allows you to grasp on to the reality that here and now you are in control of this natural path. And the spell washes over Indigo's body. And you bend the path back towards his lifeless form. And a moment passes. And you hear, Indigo, your eyes go wide as you are brought back to life. The DC was 10.
You monster.
There's some garden path sentences there. Like, meant to lead you down a different direction.
Yeah. Indigo, you blink as you sort of regain consciousness for a moment until you fall back out of consciousness. You are stable. You're alive. But unfortunately, due to your sustained injuries and things like that, you're not able to maintain consciousness at this juncture.
Can I, before I fall unconscious again, go, I need a drink.
yes, absolutely. We're gonna take a quick break there, just because it's a nice little. Well, we're gonna relax a little bit, all of us in the audience, real quick. We're gonna take maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish out the rest of this session, this episode, the season finale of the Great Naledian Crown. So, this has been fun already. So, Garrett, whenever you're ready, take us to the see you soon, and we're gonna be right back. Okay, so stay tuned to see what happens next here, episode 43, season finale. We'll be right back. Well, fucking welcome back. All right, y'all. This is the second half of the season finale of the Great Naledian Crown, episode 43. We had just successfully brought our companion Indigo back from the dead, and also successfully defended ourselves and slain the Rakshasa known as Kata, and stand now in her tower. Well, in her abandoned tower now, filled with goodies and whatnot that I assume our group would like to take a look around. But first, Kill, you hold the unconscious but now filled with life the body of your companion Indigo in your arms. Is there anything you all want to do right now?
I'll set him down in whatever the nearest bed or reasonable resting place is.
Sure. You I mean, you brought him back up on the third floor, so there was a bed nearby. This is a little chamber here, so you lay him down on a nice comfortable bed as he's unconscious.
Is his wine glass still on the first floor?
It is, yes. Well, actually, I'll say you. Well, no, you only just turned it upright. You didn't grab it.
Yeah.
So you can go down and grab it.
I'll go fetch it and put it like on his bedside table. Or...
Wait. As you're doing that, I want to kill. You're right there still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go up to you and be like, kill. Step back like 10 feet. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I was so excited, I lost my accent for a second. And I go over to Indigo, and I drop another good berry in his mouth. And the second I see that he has swallowed it, I'm gonna run back a little bit and cast darkness right where he is.
Oh my god. Yeah, Indigo, you sort of shift and feel your consciousness regain, and you blink, and you feel yourself on a nice, comfortable surface, but it is pitch black, you're blinded essentially.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he's never going to see again.
I wish we could have saved the eyes. But,
Me too.
unfortunate.
But they'll pay off in our little alchemy experiments, I think.
Absolutely. It's got. Listen, I didn't want her to take the eyes, but.
What? What eyes? What? What's going on?
Oh, Indigo. Oh, are you awake? Oh, Indigo. The good news is you're all right. Bad news is we sort of let Theresa take your eyes for her. That thing she's trying to make.
She wouldn't say no.
Walk in with the wine glass. I got your wine glass, Indigo.
What? Do I believe that Indigo had took my eyes?
I don't know. Would you?
Yeah, it's up to you, buddy. Okay. I mean, you put your hands on your face and you can feel your eyeballs.
Well, okay, I don't. This is a very weird joke to play on me. But why can't I see anything? What's going on?
Is it? Do we see darkness around him?
You Theresa, when you came in, there was just a ball of darkness in the room.
Oh,
what have you guys done?
Did I do a wild surge while I was out and make some darkness? Is that what happened?
No. Theresa took your eyes. Took them.
Ah.
She did.
I don't. Okay.
Yes, I
don't
did.
think that's what happened.
Okay. That's the first
am I
step,
supposed
denial.
to go along with this? Yes. I took your eyes, Indigo.
There you
I
go.
took
Yep.
your eyes.
You did stab her in cold blood.
You did. That's true. Wait, what?
Well, I was under. What? Okay, wait. I can feel my eyes, you guys. That's not. I don't think that's what
Well,
happened.
we've got prosthetics for you.
Go stick my hand in the darkness with the wine glass. To feel around for your hand, like.
Okay.
All right. And I dropped darkness.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Cool prank on the person who was dead earlier.
My gods, it's a miracle.
I
like to imagine Kill has a bush light for some reason right now. He just looks back.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna take a vial, uncork it, and pour it into your wine glass, and then say, "Here."
What's this?
Just take it.
Oh,
it's poison.
If you touch my hand, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you.
okay.
With the potion. For flavor. Flavor.
Do I remember anything I experienced after while I was dead, basically?
The only thing that you recall is like seeing what kind of felt like a space between like here in the Feywild, this weird like sensation of being all there. That's about it.
Well, that was very unusual. Thank you for saving me. I feel like I owe you all quite a bit.
Oh, there's that one over there, and I just like gesture to Theresa.
Thank you, Theresa.
I just found something. I didn't really do anything.
You brought me back to life, I think. So that's something, I think. Thank you.
If that's something you put stock in.
Can I ask why did you try to stab me earlier?
Yeah, actually, I'd love to hear this. I did not know about this part.
Right. So here's what I know. Kata was, I believe, a Rakshasa. I know a little bit about them. They are some sort of shape-shifting creatures from another plane of existence.
Kind of a tiger lady.
Yes, sort of a tiger lady. Which I think is actually a very cool look for her. I don't know why she wanted to hide that, but from what I can understand, I at least from what she told me, she said that I think she wanted revenge. I think that Salt was her lover, or someone she loved, cared about very much, She was not happy that they killed him, more specifically that I dealt the final blow. She put some kind of spell on me that compelled me to want to kill all of you. And thankfully, I was eventually able to shake it off, but not before trying to attack Teresa. Yes, I don't know why she. I don't know why she hid all this from us, but
I was going to say, did she not think that would have been useful information?
she must have had a reason for keeping it a secret, I suppose.
Well, I'm just pissed she's going to renege on her deal. I don't suppose she's going to be getting me my.
Can't really.
my stuff.
Yes, that she was going to craft some things for you, wasn't she?
I'm not getting my
Maybe
fucking
she
flaming
finished
sword.
them before she was done.
Sorry, what?
Maybe she finished them.
Yeah, I mean, we can look
It's
around.
supposed to take a while.
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But not
Well-
anything to my long sword, I swear to God.
I don't imagine she would mind if we gathered the rest of the things here, if they're of any use to us.
Go around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is this technically my house now?
I don't really know how the ownership laws work around here, but
I'm inclined
I mean,
to say
just
yes,
because.
well, as far as I'm concerned, when I became owner of the cattle ranch, it's because I raised the corpses of the previous owners and had them sign a simple agreement. I'd be happy to do the same, Teresa, if you want your family's lands back.
Well, I would.
I'll be right back. I start to head down the stairs.
Sure.
Keel, I'll kind of follow Keel. I don't know that's how it works exactly.
Do you know that that's not how it works?
I guess I don't really.
Well, then why don't you mind your business, okay?
All right, fair enough.
You both begin to head down the stairs, and as you reach the bottom of the first floor, or the bottom of the stairs into the first floor, you do see that where the body of Kata was now is just sort of like a little pool of blood, but the body is nowhere to be found. There are little remnants in the blood of like what kind of looks like little bits of like ash, but unfortunately the body no longer seems to be there.
Do I know if that's what happens to Rakshasa when they die?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Little bits of ash, eh?
Say it again. Sorry, Inigo.
18.
18. You're not entirely sure what happens to the body when they die, but you do know that, like many fiendish creatures or a lot of powerful creatures, sort of are only truly disposable when they are defeated in the same realm in which they were birthed or created in. And so, because you all felled Kata here in Petrichor, this is not the same realm that she was that she originates from. So it's likely that, like many other powerful creatures from different realms, her essence is in the process of reforming in whatever realm she came from.
Oh, right.
You do know, you're confident though that process takes a fucking long time. So like
Okay.
it's not like she's just gonna reappear again.
Okay,
That kind of shit takes a long time.
Oh, I imagine she's gone back to her realm. Technically, so from what I understand, she's technically not dead, probably.
She's
or will be reborn in some form.
Eventually, she will. Eventually, you no idea how long, but in some time, her form will reform.
Gotcha.
It sounds like the most fitting word here would be banishment. Like she has returned to her realm and she can't return for some time.
No, but he's
Kind
saying
of.
that she's basically dead.
She's dead.
She's dead, but she's going to
dead.
respawn eventually.
Yes,
Oh,
she has a very long respawn timer. Yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, that's she's probably returned to her home realm. We'll take some. She's not technically gone, but from what I understand, she'll eventually come back in her own realm. But that will take a while, I imagine.
Well, that's pretty much true for anybody.
I suppose that's true.
Right? We don't all like singe little bits of grass, though.
We probably shouldn't stay here, though. Then.
I mean,
Well, I don't.
Sounds like we've got time.
I don't think she'll come back tomorrow or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm just hoping
Can
a
I-
while means more than a week or so.
can I look at the little bits of ash with the RID? And I'm curious if it's basically like burnt plant matter, or if it's material from her body.
Sure. You take a look at it through the lens of the RID, and it is like burnt flesh, for lack of a better term.
Okay. Can I like scoop up a little bit of it?
Sure, you can take a little bit of, we'll call it Rakshasa ash.
Yeah.
A rash, if you will.
A rash, if you will.
A rash, if you will.
Do you
Okay.
think she'll cool down having some time, or is she just gonna be really angry at us?
I mean, listen, if I got killed by a group of people, like real bad, I mean, we were all in a bad position. The fact that she didn't even really manage to do much besides scratch this one, I wouldn't want to fight us again.
The way I see it, who cares?
Well,
You know?
I guess. I mean,
She backed out on her end of the deal, as far as I can see. Take the tower as collateral.
He withheld
We'll
certain
when she
kill her
comes
again if we
back-
have to.
When
information.
she comes back, she wants to give us what she owes us. Then we'll talk.
I was kind of thinking maybe I could bring my family back here, but I don't feel comfortable with that notion.
I mean,
Knowing-
clearly
might
she
be
was keeping a
angry.
number of secrets. We don't know what else she was keeping from us, so I can understand maybe not wanting to move in right away.
The tower is not was erected by Kata, right? That's not where Tuisa's
Yes.
family lived. Yeah.
No, but it
But
is
it's in
where
the
my
same
house
spot.
once stood.
I don't know. Maybe you can learn more about, if they. I mean, we don't even know that she's coming back. So
Yeah.
It could be quite some time before she ever does. So
yeah,
I say we're
I like
entitled to. I certainly feel like I'm entitled to a bit of a discount on whatever's around
The
here.
way that I've lived my life up to this
Oh.
point, if you kill someone, you get their shit. That's just spoils
Yes,
the war.
indeed.
I agree.
So I'm gonna
That's
go
the way it works.
rummage around upstairs. At least try to find my longsword. You guys do whatever you're doing, and I just go upstairs and I start poking around.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around
Yeah.
with detect magic too.
I think I'm going to go recover from being dead. Feel part of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Good luck. Have fun.
do a long rest.
GLHF.
Louisa, is there anything that you're doing specifically?
I will also look around,
Okay.
specifically in that top room with all them books.
Okie dokie. I would like Thuisa and Sirikaz to both give me investigation checks, and then Kill. As you sort of follow up the tower with your detect magic radiating about you, you don't really detect much magic in the first few floors. However, once you reach the top floor, you do get like a pretty big sensation of quite a number of things that are magical up here. So first and foremost, just a few things that are magical. The chest itself The two chests themselves are both magical. The one on the working table and the one sort of in the corner next to the bookshelf on the right side. The chests themselves are magical. There are a number of things inside the chest under the desk that appear to be magical as well. Like a number, you can't get an accurate read. It's just like a big glowing fucking
big pile of stuff.
Pile of shit. The altar in the center of the room, in and of itself is magical, and the telescope that looks out the window is magical as well. Kaz, what did you get in your investigation check? 2, attaboy. You are looking. You look for. You spend time like looking around a lot of places, so it's not like you might not find certain things, but like you just take your time like looking around, and specifically, Kaz, you find a handful of valuable things, maybe not necessarily like magical items or stuff like that, but you spend like a solid like hour looking around everywhere, just like nooks and crannies of things, and counting up gold that you find and like little gems and different things like that. And after about an hour of like specifically looking around in this room in particular, you count about I'll give you the specific number, but just for brevity for now, like this is you're like round up, it's probably something around 2,300 gold's worth of a bunch of stuff. Some of it's actual gold, which I will tell you about shortly. Other of it is gemstones. You find like little ornate objects and stuff. Like specifically, there's like a little like a set of like these beautifully carved and petrified bone dice that are probably worth a good amount. There's a bunch of jewelry and stuff that you find. All this different stuff. So about 2,300 gold worth of things, including actual gold and coins and whatnot. Theresa, what'd you get for your investigation check?
13.
13?
Lucky 13.
Okay. You find an additional 120 gold worth of objects and stuff like that. So that's like gemstones and whatnot. For the sake of brevity, we're gonna just call it gold for now. In addition to that, on the desk, you find, and on the altar, you find a handful of reagents that could be quite useful to you. There's a whole bunch of different specific type of paper that can be used for creating scrolls and actual scrolls themselves, and any type of expendable reagent that you might need for any of your spells. You can basically find them here in the tower as well, which is great. That goes for you as well, Kill. But you do, as you're searching around, those two chests that Kill sort of points out to the both of you, those are locked.
So this pile of glowing stuff is the same reagents that you just mentioned. Talk to Theresa.
No, the pile of glowing stuff is inside the chest.
But
one
inside
of the
chest. Okay.
Yes.
I guess I can ask later, but did the pile of reagents happen to include the things that I asked for? I assume no.
No, not yet. No.
Yeah. Okay. But if we found a pearl, Theresa might be interested in that.
You did, yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yay! We can identify things in the next season of A Little Dicey. Stay tuned. Okay. Kaz.
Yeah. What's up?
I found an opportunity for you to show off.
Nice. What's up?
Yeah. Open that shit.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Which one are you trying to open?
Just one of the chests.
There's the one under the desk, and then there's the one next to the bookshelf.
I should probably warn you before you start fiddling with it. Both of them are magic. That's the best I can do. Good luck. I slap him on the back.
Well, I mean, I touched a fucking crystal and I was fine. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What exactly am I rolling here again? I know it's for thieves' tools.
It's sleight of hand.
Okay.
Well, if it's a thieves' tool check technically. So go ahead and it's just It's oh my god.
With the new 1D&D rules, if you have sleight of hand and if you have the associated skill and the associated tool, you can roll with advantage. So you just roll your sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay.
Great.
So then I'm just rolling
Go sleight of hand with advantage. Yes.
I got a 28 and an 18 and a 27.
27. Gotcha. You sit down and you take a look at the locking mechanism on this particular chest. Which one again are you doing? The one under the desk or the one by the bookshelf?
The one by the bookshelf. I don't think I actually said it. My bad.
That's okay. You study it for a second. You're like, yeah, this looks tough, but I can figure it out. And you set about it with your thieves' tools, and within a matter of seconds, you just sort of like, oh wait, this is a little bit simpler than I thought it was, and you just hear, and it snaps open.
Thank you, lockpick lawyer. And I just.
You open it. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
As you open the chest, it begins to sort of shudder and shimmer, and you all hear like a as the chest begins to rumble.
19.
19.
Just like that sounds like
a little bit. A little bit of arcana just sort of erupts from it in like a 5-foot little radius around it. And it passes through you, Kaz, and you just sort of, nothing seems to happen.
Yeah, she really was not very strong.
You take a look inside, and this chest is filled to the brim with gold coins and other types of copper and silver and stuff. It'll take some time to count, but if you just had to guesstimate looking at it, it's probably another like 2,500 gold.
There's really nothing in here. No.
Guys, I can see it from here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
Do I believe him?
You
Guess there's nothing in there.
You said 2,500?
Probably something like that.
Did you feel anything weird when you opened it?
A little. It just felt like a little. There was definitely something in there, but it's sort of like the crystal, just weird and gone.
Sal, did with my detect magic vision, did I see anything as Kaz opened it?
That particular chest, the aura around it faded after he opened it.
Okay. Well, it looks like it was booby trap. You think I should? Now that Kaz tested it for safety, do you think I should dispel magic on the other one?
Probably a good idea.
Or, Kaz, if you want to be a hero.
Listen, this fucking Kata, her magic is not anything special at all. I've just been resisting it, so let's fucking go. And I take.
You know what though? You know what? Hang on. Let me just think about this though,
Step back maybe a little bit.
The other one is the one that had the magic glowing inside of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I'm just wondering if maybe if this one will just blow up all the other shit inside of it. There could be some good stuff in there.
Do you think dispelling the magic will dispel whatever's inside it?
I think I should be able to target the chest specifically. Sal, what's the school of magic? What's the school of magic on this thing?
Necrotic.
And is it the same on the other one?
Yes.
Okay.
I love the idea.
They were the same enchantments. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I love the idea of completely disenchanting everything in the fucking chest.
You know what?
Fuck.
Kaz, go ahead, get in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If I can't.
I'm sorry. I apologize. It is not. Oh no. Yeah. What am I saying? Yes. It's necromancy. Sorry. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
24 and 18, so 24.
24. You move up to attempt to pick this lock, and this time, while it seems like it's the same lock mechanism, you just sort of get confused, like how you're like, oh shit, wait. And you struggle with it for a second, and you're fuck. And you, like after like a minute or two of fiddling with it, you can't figure this one out.
either you want to give me some sort of magical help on this one. This one's pretty complicated.
Here, let me see your hands.
All right.
I'm gonna take some, like, greasy stuff and rub them on your hands and cast guidance on you.
Nice.
It should help, smooth things out. It'll help.
It's gonna be hard to get torque, but all right.
No, it will help.
I go up to Tuisa and I just take her hands and I mimic the same motion and I cast guidance on her.
Nice.
I'm like, that does help.
You didn't have that cream. That's okay.
All my cream's on the inside.
I only cream inside, Matt.
I did set you up for that one.
That was great. What an alley-oop. Holy fuck.
Do you want me to re-roll, or do you want to just add the...
You're going to roll again with advantage, and then add your whatever shit.
Yeah, I think it's just a D4.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, spells don't stack, so we can't double guidance you.
That's all right.
I can't guidance your guidance.
This time I have a total of 30, so... Listen, I didn't just say go at it again very specifically, because that sucks. But getting magical help...
No, yeah. Hey, listen, man. 30 was the new DC after you failed, so that's great.
Hand massage.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
you
fucking...
Ooh.
This time, you sit down and you're like... You feel like this, like, tingling in your hands after Thuisa rubbed that, like, grease into it, and, like, your hands, like, are... bone dry now, like it's seeped into your skin, and you have like it's like the lockpick is an extension of yourself. You are one with the lockpick, and you have perfect control over it. And you slip it in, you turn off to the side, you go, and you just hear, and you unlock it. No problem at all.
Oh my god.
And then you explode.
Thuisa, you're gonna have to do that hand job on me again.
You can teach us all how to do one, actually.
It's quite useful, yes.
Yeah. It's good to have a circle jerk before you go out to battle.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Shut up, God!
Do I get hit with another blast of Arcana, I assume?
Do you open when you open the lock, do you pop the lid open?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw.
Get all up in there.
Oh, sorry. This is a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I fucked up last time.
Okay.
I'm reading the spell right now, and it's you must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
That's fine.
Or be affected by one of the following effects.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got a 17.
A 17. I would like you to roll a d4, please.
No! Wait. I'm supposed to roll the d4 for my guidance, right?
Guidance is one round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could have guided you, but
we didn't.
It's okay. It's okay.
And actually, guidance doesn't improve saving throws anyway. So
Heard.
Just ability checks.
Sal, give me the 4, baby.
Give you the 4?
You die. No death saving throws.
You open the lid. No, you open the lid, and you just sort of, and you feel this like wave of nausea hit you, and you just sort of, and you just fucking vomit off to the side. Yeah, it's tough. You just vomit like everything.
Not in the box! Not in the box!
I turned. How long does this last? Is this like...
You vomit for a little longer than than is like, you start to get like worried.
I just walk forward and I look down in the chest as I give him a pat on the back. Let it out, buddy. Let it out.
Yeah. You vomit for an entire minute straight.
the second I'm done, I just like. All right, what's in there?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, firstly, there's a fuckload of shit in here, by the way. Kill. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. This is like a tricked out, just like supply chest, essentially. Like this is probably where Kata kept like all of like the things that she might have outfitted herself with. On any type of, excursion that might be a little bit more risky or deadly or something like that. Firstly, you find 5 potions of greater healing.
Okay.
In like a bandolier, essentially.
Hell yeah.
You find 2 potions of stone giant strength.
Okay.
You find a potion of growth.
Ooh.
You also find there's a small little I should say all of the items inside this chest, you just sort of like they're all like little tiny like miniature versions of themselves. And like as you start to pull them out, they grow into like the full sort of realized thing.
Nice.
So it's not necessarily like a chest of holding or something, but like it seems as though this chest is enchanted in such a way, that any type of larger object, you can kind of like manipulate its size to fit specifically into the chest.
Very cool.
So you find a tiny little quiver as you pull it out, filled with a whole bunch of different types of arrows. For the sake of brevity, because you have the RID and stuff like that and whatever, and you guys have a bunch of time to sit down and like identify these things. For the sake of brevity, I'm just going to tell you what they are. These are 20 enchanted arrows. They're +2 arrows. There's 20 of them, and they're magically enchanted to be +2. They're not just sharpened, like made really well, like Autolycus arrows.
Nice.
There are 2 cloaks of billowing.
That's worth it. That's worth it to put in the chest.
Both. I need you guys to know that.
100%.
There is a robe of useful items.
Nice.
There's also a enchanted set of plate armor. It is a set of adamantium plate armor.
Dope.
Actually, I'm gonna change that because adamantium plate armor just makes it so that it can't be crit on, and I don't crit anymore. So we'll just it's +1 plate armor.
Okay.
There is a staff of the adder that you pull out. There is a wand of magic missile. There is a dagger of venom. And then lastly, there is a little tiny there's a tiny pure white marble like little like a tiny little rectangular marble white case that is like hinged at the top. There's like a little hinge on the back side, and there's like a little crease that separates. It's like a little rectangle in the top third of it. This white marble little case sort of can hinge open. You pop it open, and there's like a little tarot deck inside.
Ooh. Interesting. Are any of the faces of the cards like visible?
You look, and like the top one is visible. It's like it kind of looks like this like it just kind of looks like you've seen tarot cards, you've seen Killer.
Yeah.
This is tarot cards from before, and it kind of resembles that a little bit. It looks like one of them that she had was like a two-pronged thing where like the top of it was like a king and the bottom of it was like the top half of a king and the top half of a jester, like
Okay.
upside down, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And the so these are what you find immediately. And just until we, I'm just telling you what they are now for the sake of brevity, but until you actually sit down and are like, all right, we're gonna take time to like whatever now, then I'll explain things further.
Okay. Well, she was doing pretty well for herself, looks like.
It's a lot of good stuff.
Absolutely.
She might be pissed when she finds we've taken it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure my man on the island of Moore would be pissed if he saw that I took his hammer too, but I ain't worried about that either.
Oh yeah, we stole that, didn't we?
I mean, I claimed it.
Well, we took it. We didn't steal it. It is now in your possession.
Yeah.
Also, I think.
Oh, sorry. Also, Kill, can you just roll a d4 for me?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that belonged to the old man. I think he's dead. So.
One. Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Yep.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Sal is going to fetch the means of my death.
Apparently.
So I guess what's the plan now? I mean, God knows I was hoping to meet up with Lo on the mountaintop, but fuck if I know how long we'll be out there, and we don't have any way to get back realistically. So
yeah, absolutely. It's hundreds of miles away.
Do you want to hang out here for a few days and rest up and try to plan out the next leg of our little adventure? I mean, Tweesa, what do you think?
Does she have a lab here? Think we could try and combine some of the ingredients we have?
Yeah, I mean, I'm between whatever she's got here, and we got tons of little spicy ingredients. And oh, by the way, that reminds me. I'd like for you to start tinkering with this thing a little bit. I can help you. I think we got different. I think we work well together on this kind of thing, but I don't know. It might suit you. I think it's got when I attune to it, I think it's got like a mode that I haven't really been able to make good use of, and I pull out the like the alchemy kit thing that we've been using, the automata, I think it's called.
The Nier Automata.
Yes.
Good reference. Sick.
In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up. So I got to make a quick check here. Yeah, that does it. So I pull out I pull out AAA, the Advanced Alchemist's Advanced I'm assuming it just ran out of characters.
I've seen you use this before, yeah?
You've seen me use it before. I used it when I was cooking up Alchemist Fire at the cattle ranch, etc. But I don't know if you've seen it like function as like a little robot, a little tiny servant. And so from like a metagame perspective, it functions as it's a little harder for you to use just like out of combat, but in combat, it functions as a tiny servant, and it lets you administer potions as a bonus action to other people.
Really cute.
Like it's a little construct that you can tell to administer bonus potions as a bonus action. So that might be pretty cool. So I just sort of like leave it out on the table, and I say, I think you should play with it a bit, start to get a feel for it.
Look like when he's constructy.
I would say that you get to decide because I haven't used that mode.
Yeah, dude. Decide what it looks like. I'm out of focus. I don't know why.
You're out
There
of
we go.
focus and you froze for a second.
Oh no!
You'll love it when you watch it back on the stream.
Okay, I imagine it's got like a little pot or something, and like maybe like the back flips up to make like a little head. It's like a little pot belly thing with the legs, and it totters around with like some little hands.
It's perfect.
I'm gonna just take a potion out of my back, one of my pouches, and just hand it to him to hold. And
What is my purpose? You serve butter. Oh my god!
You pass the potions.
You pass the potions. So good. Hell
I don't
yeah!
remember what
Hell yeah.
potions I have at the moment, but
What are you
Here,
guys
let me
all
roll.
doing? What are you guys like all doing like now? Like just sort of resting, like going about your business, making your home at this tower, really settling in with items, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, basically, I think Tuisa probably take some time trying to identify all of the reagents we've collected over these these many unexpected adventures, and probably obviously getting that rest because we were interrupted. We didn't actually get a full rest, so we probably just kind of like set things up and Does anybody? I guess we should probably get some rest.
yes.
Yeah, I've been resting while they've been searching too, and I'm just long resting basically. Just
Sure.
I died. I think I deserve a break.
If Kanda's body was still here, I could use it as a guard, but unfortunately, we brought in to go back, so I can't use him either.
Okay, I figured out what the potion was because I rolled on my experimental elixir. It comes over, and I usher him over to hand you a potion.
Oh, he handed me. Well, I assume because you can administer it as a bonus action. I was kind of imagining it.
No. What he does is he takes out the syringe and he sticks it into the cork and he draws it out. And he's gonna be polite and like hold it out to you.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Like-
I hold out the. I said this right here. It's a good vein.
God.
Right into your vein.
You do it before he puts the syringe in.
Jabs it in my jugular.
To the heart, like the adrenaline.
So good.
It's Pulp Fiction.
You hold up your arm, and he takes like his little other takes his other mechanical arm and just slaps your bicep a little bit to like really get it working. He's like. And then he just administers it into you.
You start to float a little bit off the ground.
Oh.
And you have a fly speed of 10 feet for 10 minutes.
Oh shit, dude.
Real shit. How long? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay, I can. Okay, yeah, and I just like I don't know if there's like a window in this tower.
There is.
Yeah, so I basically like
Peter Pan out this bitch.
Yeah, for sure. The window is like easily it's built in so that it can be just sort of pushed open and it sort of turns perpendicular to the wall itself, and you can fly out of it.
hell yeah.
And you soar around the area.
What's the moon like? What's the sky like?
The moon is in a deep crescent. It's very thin, but it's beautiful outside. Stars around and abound. The flickering, very small amount of street lamp light coming from 4 Point Cross, just in the outskirts of your vision below, make for like a really beautiful dichotomy between the multitude of stars in the sky and the tiny little specks of light on the ground.
After having spent some time in actual hell in caves in the Underdark, previously in Stonehome. I'm really like, this is the closest to the moon I've ever been, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying this. I do have I imagine I have a pretty good sense of, I know I have 10 minutes, so I'm gonna, pay a little bit of mind to that. But this is definitely the best I've felt, probably since more, I would think. And during my time in the air, I'm definitely gonna see if I can do my little armadillo move in the sky.
Yeah. You certainly can. You do some barrel rolls. You do some forward rolls as the magic sort of propels you forward.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a fun little aerial ballet.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and then after some time, I'll fly back in from whence I came and give Tweesa a big hug and a kiss on the cheek.
Hell yeah.
Before he gets back, I'm gonna turn to Kaz and say, I have something for you too. I'm gonna give you some like a little handful of dried leaves.
Oh, thank you.
You should chew on them. It's mint. I imagine you probably have a pretty bad taste in your mouth right now. Is that good?
Well, yeah.
Your breath smells like shit.
I appreciate that.
Holy hell.
Thank you.
That fucking boomed me. That shit was funny as fuck.
You just carry these leaves on you?
Yeah, I have. I hold open my cloak a little bit, and there's all the big pouches everywhere of little dried herb bundles.
It's just basil, parsley, weed, a lot more weed.
Yeah,
Actually,
so much weed.
I do have something for you, because I think you're the only one who can cast these revival spells, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the only person.
Well, the only part of our party, I don't think. I mean, I'm not casting them, and I've got these 2 diamonds.
Oh. Well, now I feel kind of terrible for giving you the mint that's been sitting in my back pocket for 3 weeks.
I mean, I need.
I'll take them though.
Yeah. Yeah. Just yeah. All I had for notes on this was 2 diamonds and in parentheses worth a lot, because Sal didn't tell me how much they were. But yeah,
Yes.
2 diamonds now.
Amazing.
Nice.
And I have a sapphire and 3 rubies left.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. And then after this, I assume you guys spend some time just, this is when you not attuned to things, but sit down with these items and get an idea of what to do and all that shit.
Yeah. Aside from the hug and the kiss, I will also, when I with Tweesa, I will look at her, I'll basically kiss her and then look her in the eyes, and I'll be like, "You're my best friend. Thank you. If there's ever anything I can do, you let me know."
Okay. Yeah, okay.
He goes through a doorway,
With the wine.
Do I need to? Should I leave?
I mean, you're in my top 5.
That. It's not what I was getting at. No, it's fine. There was a dagger in there, right? Maybe I should take a look at that. And I just kind of wander away with it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm guessing that we're probably gonna just take turns passing out, getting our rest. It's been a long fucking day.
For sure.
Yeah, and then yeah, I would think that barring any external stimuli, we'd probably take a day at least to just recover here, and like I was saying before, Lisa and I probably go through our agents, probably brew up some new potions, we also have this. I know that this altar is magical, and I don't know what the fuck it is. So we probably maybe at some point take some time to try to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Do the chests maintain? I know that the curse, so to speak, or the trap piece of it seemed to dispel after it was triggered, but the it's sort of magical quality that made things shrink when we put them in there. Did that persist?
Retained? Yes,
Okay.
that did retain. Yes.
Okay, cool. And how big are these chests? Are they like big, or are they like little?
The ones that are on the floor that Chaz broke into are pretty big. Like, I mean, I would probably say that they're like, you know,
In
3 feet tall, 5 feet wide.
In the middle of the night, we do get a wild magic surge.
Amazing.
In the middle
A regular one or a brutal one?
Common from B-Monk.
Common, got it.
Right.
Go ahead and give me a D100, buddy.
Okay. D100. 89.
Happy kitty.
Nice. Okay, 89.
Little cuddle bug.
This is so funny in the middle of the night. You fart, and
Look, this is when while I'm asleep, just like.
unfortunately, oh man, it's so funny. No one really sees this, but you fart in your sleep, and you turn invisible for about a minute.
You just turn over. Pardon. Gone.
Nobody sees it, but the camera does.
The camera does. The audience knows. The audience knows. For sure.
Oh,
All right,
and
cool.
the
Well, then,
and the telescope as well. I'm sure we would check out those things, and then
Actually-
I would imagine Tuisa would probably identify all of the shit that we haven't identified.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're IDing stuff, I got some stuff I want to throw out there.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that now or if we want to do it, off screen, but
we can do it now. That's fine.
okay.
Yeah. All right. So you bless you. We go through. That's just blessings to you, my friend. Okay. See you later. So you guys go through the things that you found here in Kata's Tower. This is the next day, right? This is sort of the okay. So yeah, in the morning, you all just sort of set yourselves up for the day. After each one of you pop a good berry just to satiate yourselves, and you sit down with all these things and spread them out amongst yourselves after you've rested. And Tuisa begins to go through things and you begin to hand things out. As I've explained them already before, you can start passing them out in between, between yourselves. Tuisa, by the time you get towards the end, you identify the sort of use and the mechanisms behind the dagger of venom. Pass that back to Kaz. He, I assume if you want to attune to that, Kaz, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, it doesn't require attunement.
Oh, cool. Well, she explains, how to go about using it and stuff, etc.
You stick the pointy end into
Yes.
Oh, you don't say.
Told me I was having some trouble with that earlier, so I love if I can.
The audience hasn't seen
Yeah.
it, but this whole time I've actually just been smashing people with the pommel of my fucking blade.
Yeah.
Two attacks, just like
Very effective. And you begin to pass things out and decide like, oh, we could probably sell this, etc. Whenever you get to certain things, and you finally get to the white
Deck
marble box, and you attempt to identify it, and you register that there's something magical, like a deeply innately magical thing about like the entirety of the object, but it's so hard to explain. It almost like you can't discern really much from it other than something about it is just deeply infused with possibility. Like it's not something that you've ever seen before or could even really put into words. Like even though the way sort of identify works, the way this sort of spell works is that it kind of quantifies the arcane enchantments or properties of whatever item or whatever that you find, quantifies them in your mind, and then you're able to sort of innately relay that in, you know, whatever language, like common or whatever, you know, whatever oral way that you can. But there's the way that you receive this information is not, specifically for this item, is not, there's like no quantifiable way you can like explain this other than whatever this thing is you get a pretty safe sense that it's very old, but that it's not like it has so much going on that you can't put into words what exactly it does. Just that, you know, you can use the cards in some way.
If people are around me, I'm just gonna set that one on the desk or on the table or whatever and push it to the center. This is really powerful. I can do a lot of things. I don't even know what. Did you try and look at it with magic to kill?
Yeah, I would have seen it with Detect Magic on. Did it give off a particularly unique aura when set aside from the rest of the items?
Yes. You cast Detect Magic now to sort of like get a better idea of that. You quickly realize that you were able to discern that there were different types of magic items in that in the box itself, just due to the nature of the spell. Mm-hmm. But you quickly realize the intensity of the aura that you were getting was not a result of the it was not a result of the number of magic items sort of just being like, oh, there's more lights in there, so it's a brighter light. That's not the case. That's not really how the spell works. It's the fact that the potency of this particular item kind of dwarfed the rest of them, and you begin to sort of piece that image together.
Okay. Is there any particular school associated with it?
No.
Yeah, it definitely seems to dwarf all the other items in terms of potency, but I'm not getting any detail either.
It just feels like it can do anything, but I don't know specifically what.
Yeah, I don't know.
So are there cards in the box, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a tarot deck. You like it. They. I mean, the top card, like I explained earlier, is that half jester, half king sort of looking card, and like you've seen something pretty similar to that, like in one of Kiss's decks, or in Kiss's deck, excuse me. She has a tarot deck.
Yeah.
Did I, through identifying it, pick it up at all and go through the cards at all?
You picked it up. You didn't need to necessarily go through the cards as you were casting the identify spell. You certainly can like look through them if you'd like. But like you didn't have to. Like you picked it up and then used identify, and that's what you got back. And then, you know, I went into my little spiel, but in reality it's really just you picked it up, cast identify, and this moment happened. You explained this, so it's only been like moments since you picked it up. You can certainly rifle through them if you'd like.
Does anybody know how to see somebody's fortune with tarot?
I mean, I saw Cassandra do it. I'm sure I can figure it out. Would you like me to give it a shot?
Push it towards you.
Okay.
Hey, do me a favor. We just got settled, and you know I'm not one to settle for too long, but I wouldn't mind camping out for a day or two before this fucking thing teleports us to another dimension.
Oh, you think it might do that?
I don't fucking know.
Tomorrow?
Fair point. Let's wait until we're all rested up, and then I'll take a crack at it. Shall we?
Yeah, actually, if we're gonna wait on that, I've got some things that I would like to get identified myself. And I pull out like the Shan Yu sword and my really cold liquor bottle. Are these?
That's just a really cold liquor bottle.
That's what I was told by
Do you
the
need
voices
me
in
to-
my head.
What was that?
God told me, actually. It's a really cold liquor. So I looked at it, and what I saw was a really cold liquor bottle, but it was really cold, and it actually is in fact still cold, which is intriguing to me. So I think it might be some sort of potion or something.
Can I stare at it intensely?
Sure. You cast Identify on it. And yes. It is a... So it operates as a couple different things. Number one, it is a decanter of endless water. Except instead of water, it is like 90 proof alcohol.
Decanter of endless overproof rum.
Correct. In addition to that, it can be essentially used as a Molotov cocktail to be tossed, and essentially the way it can be treated like it's the same mechanical use as a necklace of I think it's called a necklace of fireball, where like each one of them is like a little thing, except you can only use it all at once. It operates as if you use the entire necklace of fireballs at once, and then it would just, obviously explode. So you can either constantly use it as a decanter of endless overproof rum, or you could one time use it as a just insane Molotov cocktail.
That's very strong.
Oh no, that's perfect. Is what that is.
Taste.
Hey, half our group has infinite alcohol.
There you go.
That's
And
interesting.
I pour out a mug for or like a cup for Indigo. And what about the sword?
You identify it.
Yes.
Hello. Sorry, one sec.
It looked like I'm testing it, but I don't know anything about swords, so it's just like an idiot testing a sword.
What the fuck is it? No, that's not what I want. Hello? Oh, that's what it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. This is a blade that has a couple things going on with it.
Does this have
Number
do
one-
either of these have a name in the system, Sal?
The decanter does not yet. No.
Okay.
I'm still playing around with like how I need to word the mechanical aspects of it. So this is a cursed blade. Its name is Last Quip.
Ooh.
This is a modified version of the Last Quip that actually exists in 5th edition. So it's not in D&D Beyond yet, but it carries a lot of the same properties. So I'll explain a couple of them to you. Number one, it is a longsword that can be it's versatile in not in the sense of it has the versatility property of being one-handed or two-handed wielding, but versatile in the way that it can be used with either your strength modifier or your dexterity modifier, whichever you prefer. Does 1d8 damage. It is a +1 magic sword. In addition, while you hold the sword, you can use your reaction to make one melee attack with it against any creature in your reach that deals damage to you. You have advantage on that attack roll, and any damage dealt with that attack ignores any damage immunity or resistance the target has.
Oh.
Wow.
Hell yeah. By the way, I've already equipped one of the cloaks of billowing, which
Yes,
means I'm now wearing 3 cloaks.
Can you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Get multiple cloaks in one slot?
Yes, Jamie, I can, and I resent the question.
Yes.
And then we also have the bone necklace.
The bone necklace, yes. The bone necklace is so this one in particular operates different than the other one that the creature was using. However, this is essentially a pendant of death warding, which I believe should be in D&D Beyond. Hold on, let me look up my homebrew stuff real quick just to make sure that that is the case. But yes, so where are you? Nope.
It's necklace of death warding.
Thank you, necklace of death warding. Yes, there it is. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure I made it. Do you want to give that a read for everybody?
Yeah, this ruby necklace is enchanted with minor necromantic magics. A creature attuned to this necklace is affected by the spell Death Ward while wearing it. If the attuned creature reaches 0 hit points or the creature is subjected to an effect that would kill it instantaneously without dealing damage, the effect is instead negated against the target and the ward is expended. Any expended charges are regained at dawn. So this does require attunement then?
Yes.
Okay. Because I think before we tried to attune it and it didn't work, but
that is correct.
Changed it, yeah. Okay.
It wouldn't.
Cool.
Also, yeah. Talisa, you do not identify the nature of the curse of Last Quip. You just identify that it is cursed in some way.
I will inform you. This blade is powerful, but I don't think it's all good. I'm not sure how.
Yeah,
but...
I was sort of under the impression that I had to send up a prayer to, I would assume Enoch or someone like that.
Oh, this has to do with Enoch?
I mean, we found it in hell. Oh, so I guess it might not. I have to send up a prayer to someone. So
be careful, okay? If you decide to use it.
Yeah. I'll be careful, of course.
Yeah.
If I can even figure out how to use it, because like I don't even know which god it's related to. It's probably Enoch, but
is Enoch?
It's probably Enoch.
Yeah, father, a dog man, and all that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
checks out.
Were we able to identify the telescope?
Yeah, so the telescope is not like a named item or anything, but its use is pretty cool. So, number one, it can essentially be used, like you can point it in a direction, and like it's not that it's infinitely seeing, but like whatever direction it's pointed into, you can kind of use it in such a way that it can magically hone in on like the finest details of something like up to 100 miles away in that direction.
So it's the telescope of infinite zoom.
Essentially. Yeah, essentially. And it's, yeah, I mean, like you can play around with it and stuff like that. Kata was able to, move her tower around through various means. You're uncertain as to if you will be able to do that or if you can or whatever. So as of right now, it's kind of like, all right, you can see like the land around you pretty well. Very well, actually, using this scope. But, for someone who is specifically, into research about, the different realms and stuff, this would make sense. Like, this probably comes in handy pretty well for that type of thing. But just in general, just to know about your surroundings and to like, especially for if you need it for any defensive measure to make sure, like, you can see things coming. Stuff like that.
is it like really large and or fixed to the floor, or is it more mobile?
It's mobile. It's not super large. It's like the size of. It's like a little bit bigger than the size of like a modern normal telescope.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else had anything to identify. The only other thing is, I don't know, between identify and detect magic and time, can we figure out what this altar's deal is?
You can certainly try.
I would like to try.
Sure. You spend some time trying to figure this all out. Teresa, if you're helping, Kill, go ahead and just give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Can we do it the other way around?
Unfortunately, the actions have already been declared.
Well, you know what I would have done, but that's fine.
It's all right. Yeah, it just takes time. It's not like you're gonna fail.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna see how long it takes you.
17.
17. It doesn't take you that long, but you spend the better part of like 3 hours like really trying to get a good understanding of this, and you come to the conclusion. Unfortunately, this is pretty simple, but you come to the conclusion that this is the mechanisms by which she is able to create enchanted items.
Oh. As in, like, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is like a spellcasting focus, or this is like a tool?
It's like a tool. Think like
enchanting table,
like a literal enchanting table from Skyrim. Yeah, like that's basically it.
Skyrim's about 15 years newer than the most recent video game I've played.
Well, give it the times, baby boy.
Oh, you can add like 7 years onto that. It's been re-released for the past decade or so.
Is there anything like that in Super Nintendo that I can reference?
Unfortunately, I don't think so.
Okay. Can we like discover how to use it practically, or more it's just
that will take a lot more time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you'll have to spend like time trying to operate it and get a better use of that, or if you could find someone that probably has some way to explain this to you or teach you how to use it, it would go by quicker. But unfortunately with this is a little bit more of like a trial and error type situation. Okay. But the thing, what you are able to discern sort of just after spending some time with it between the two of you, there are some notes that she has already taken of like basic enchantments, like basic as in like their use is very basic, but like what you have to provide in the time that it takes and like the gold coin manpower required for it is still pretty steep. But like, she has notes on how to apply like basic +1 magical properties to things, whether it be through defensive measures or offensive measures on certain things. And there are a handful of other smaller minor enchantments that she has scrolled down that like increase different types of ability scores for, not ability scores, but like ability bonuses for different types of items that you could wear. And there are other minor enchantments like, you can enchant these boots to give the wearer +10 speed or something, you know what I mean? Like that kind of minor stuff. Okay. And then this will, by the way, not to whatever. We're taking a little bit of a break from this anyways. Essentially, because you are able to claim this tower as your own, you get a handful of bonuses for having a wizard's tower as your personal sanctum. And enchanting items and different things is one of these bonuses that comes with it, along with like a handful of other things. So I will give those rules to you in our interim time and after stuff like that. But there's a lot of really cool bonuses that you get from acquiring a wizard's tower. So yeah.
Can we put a heavy ballista on the top of it?
Yeah, if you have enough gold and time to fund that, sure.
Hell yeah.
You guys didn't hear it, but everyone just heard my computer get a little announcement about like OneDrive or some shit.
Oh my lord!
About all the porn that you have on your
yeah.
computer?
It's like terabyte drive is full. Please delete all of your. Fuck no!
Capacity reached.
Largest file is
3 terabytes.
Just
Lola
eat cricket
Bunny.
porn.
Lola Bunny.
Understandable.
Can't be mad at that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, come on.
Oh, you're gonna kill me.
So that's the better part of the day. Do you guys want to move on to the second day or whatever? Like,
wait,
decide whatever you want to do.
I have one more thing that is not properly defined in my inventory. I have some sort of bone dice.
Oh, you've got the bone dice. That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Pierce, gamer.
I have no reason to think they're magical, but I also don't see that. I don't imagine anything that I find here is just mundane.
Sure. Louisa spent some time with the bone dice and ritually cast Identify, and they are not magical. They're just really nice, ornate bone dice that are probably worth a good amount of money.
Nice.
They make a good sound.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they do click clack. Really nice.
They click
As
clack
soon
so
as I
good.
notice that, I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think then other than taking some time to stock up on some potions, that's probably all we would do today, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, then the day passes, and how much time do you guys want to spend here? We can do some like mini downtime if you want to, or is there anything else specifically with the items or the tower or whatever that you want to do right now?
Well, once
We could just say like, oh, you rest for a couple more days or whatever you want to do. You essentially, through this time, you fully recover physically from the encounters that you have dealt with. So,
Whew.
My arms are back.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Once we're like rested up and like health wise, I do want to try to mess with the tarot deck.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
After a couple days, I think that's
next
fine.
morning over breakfast.
I would probably be like the morning that we're going to do
Contraction.
that. I'd be like, I'll be back, and I would probably just do a lap in town just on the off chance Lo is back.
Okay.
That's something that is important to kill. So, and I've come to learn that fucking with this stuff means that we might be teleported into another dimension. So,
when I use this, so be careful.
yeah, if he happened to have tree walked or whatever back already, then great. If not, I won't wait too long. I'll assume that he's still on the proverbial and also literal mountaintop.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me a investigation check. As you spent some time in town, asking about it.
That is a 6.
A 6. You go back into town and you do a little bit of a search around for a couple hours or so. Obviously head towards the guild house first and ask about. It seems as though he hasn't been seen since last you met with him in the guild hall or in the guild house itself, and we're planning on the next day to meet with him. Seems as though he hasn't returned. His stall has been cleaned out and everything, and you speak with a couple different people, Theodrin and stuff like that, and they're like, unfortunately, we haven't heard or seen him in a bit, heard from or seen him in a bit. And you go around town like just to make sure, inquiring at the Inn on Ridge and stuff like that, and same deal there.
Any sign from I'm assuming I don't see the griffin in the stall. That dude hasn't come back.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess while I'm walking through the guild hall, now that I've come to understand that we are technically rich as fuck.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to decide how we want to split that up.
Yeah. Does anything in the like anything for sale catch my eye as being like incredibly dope and exclusive?
As you look about, their inventory. Oh no, we lost Hannah. Their inventory now seems to be a little bit more on the mundane side, and you sort of like tilt your head a little bit at that, and you ask about, and apparently representatives of the crown had sort of shown up, not too long ago, maybe a day or so ago, and just sort of went through and essentially bought up a whole bunch of items and whatnot, just sort of in the name of stocking the arms of the members of the Kingdom's army. So
Okay, cool. Then I'll head back.
okie dokie. Eventually, after you all finish up your breakfast this morning, after using Kata's decked out kitchen,
Nice.
you finish up and Kill returns from his little venture into town. And yeah, I assume you guys set up in the first floor just to, hang out or whatever, or what are you guys doing?
Sure.
Did anything happen when he messed with the deck?
I assumed he was waiting for. Oh, were you doing that while Kill was
I think
gone,
he
or
was
were you
doing it
waiting?
while Kill was gone. I thought Kill said he was going.
Oh no, I was saying wait, and then when I
Oh,
came back.
okay. Never mind.
In case we get teleported or something, basically just making sure.
Got you.
That tracks. Makes
Yeah.
Um, okay, so you all, hang out on the first floor, and Indigo, you pop open the sort of white marble case. The deck comes in, you take the deck out, and you just sort of rifle through the cards and just, get an idea of what's in them. And you quickly discover, they're basically all the same types of tarot cards that you've seen Kiss use. There are 22 cards in total. And you just are like, oh, this is a usual, or at least it's very similar to the tarot deck that Kiss had.
Right. But I remember hearing them say that it has some sort of infinite possibility or something like that.
Yeah, that's what Tuisa says at least. And you want to do a reading?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to basically say, okay, I'll take the deck, kind of shuffle the deck,
Okay.
I'll put them face down. I'll go try asking a question and see what happens. Where is Octavian? And I'll take the first card and turn it up.
Okay.
Fireball.
He's here.
You shuffle the deck and you place it down in front of you. And you sort of pose this question. And you pull the card. And as soon as you pull the card, you go to turn it over and it sort of just flies out of your hand. And it up to sort of just above the deck and spins around incredibly fast. To the point where it's so fast, it's almost there's a slight wind, a little bit as it's just generating this energy. And you can see the image on the card as it spins. It's almost like it animates as the card is spinning. And this card begins to glow. And the image is that of a soaring comet. And it just sort of, and it glows. And all of you feel this sort of dormant power rest on each of your shoulders. And then the card just sort of bursts into a tiny little mote of almost familiar looking bluish energy. Very similar type of arcanum that you emit when you have your spontaneous arcanum. Each of you feel this. You don't necessarily feel any different. There's just this innate sense of there's this dormant bit of it's almost like you feel this surge of potential inside you that is just glimmering at the surface, and you don't know necessarily what to do to get it to burst forth, but there's something under there that you just innately all begin to feel.
Well, that didn't exactly answer your question, but something happened.
Something shifted.
Activate. I don't know.
Up and away with.
You must feel that. Feel like there's something we need to like turn on or something. I don't know. It's morphin time. Is anyone?
Shape up. Kaioken.
Does it give any particular feeling of like, either like comfort or distress? I mean, does it feel like?
No, you almost feel like a little anxious. Like you kind of like there's this. It's like physically, it's like you just had like a just enough caffeine to like you feel energized, but you need to be like moving. You know what I mean? But it's not enough. Yeah,
that's how I actually feel right now.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah,
fucking tequila and caffeine.
You just feel like there's something that you feel like, not that you need to do in that you're compelled to do something, but you can just feel this bit of potential energy simmering beneath all of the surface beneath all of you. And if you could just accomplish something, maybe it could be, I don't know.
The question asked was where Octavian was, right?
That's what I asked. I mean, I'm a bit new to this, if I'm being honest. I don't really know if that is even what I was supposed to be doing.
I mean, we've all used sending before. Maybe it's like, maybe we can talk to it. And I just like do whatever I do when I've activated a sending scroll like I did forever ago to try like, Octavian, are you there? I'm just some dude, but I know a friend of yours.
Sure. You say this into the ether, and you can feel that like bit of energy still there. And a moment passes. Nothing really happens.
All right, it's not that.
Teresa, anything ringing a bell?
I feel like I should try and combine my ingredients.
Oh shit, right now?
Don't you think so?
Well, do we, I mean, just the
I don't
two?
even know if I have it all. Maybe I should wait.
You have the two,
I feel
right?
like I want to do something, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the two.
Did anyone correct? It was an image of a comet. That was very odd. I mean, I don't know if that was related to my question or not, but that was a bit strange.
I don't know.
Maybe we need to jump from somewhere high.
What was is the card still, what happened to the card itself?
The card sort of exploded in a bit of blue arcanum that looked familiar and similar to your own spontaneous arcanum, like Surge's.
But the card itself is gone.
The card, so like it spun around, image of the comet. You all feel this sensation, and then it poof. But
Did anyone happen to see
remains.
Like what was on? Like is the comet what was on the card itself, or is that? I'm curious if we saw like what card it was as it was jumping up.
So you pulled the card, and before you could flip it over, it sort of loosed out from your hand and then began spinning around. So
and its face was not visible.
I mean, it spun around, and that little image of the comet came around. So like, make whatever inference you want.
Okay. Having browsed the deck beforehand, was there a comet card to my that I can recall?
Yeah,
there was. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, maybe just each card has a different effects. Maybe this is just something that happens when you draw the comet card.
Cass.
Yes, that's me.
Come at me.
Step back.
It might take a second. There's a lot of pressure right now.
Jesus.
Keep the cream on the inside. We talked about this.
Right. And I
just said S, not on.
Right. Yes. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and try to tackle him.
Okay.
Common mistake.
Let's make a contested grapple check, buddies.
Dope. Unfortunately, as the initiator, I do have to roll strength, huh?
Yeah.
That'll be an 8.
I got an 18.
Okay. You both lock yourselves into combat with each other. However, Kill seems to get the upper hand and sort of shifts behind you, takes your back, wraps his arms around your hips, lifts you up, plants his body weight underneath you, and sort of gives you a German suplex And he does so in a way that it's not like super painful to you, but like this is just like his way to like take you down.
Yeah.
And he successfully takes you down and kill you after like you do this and you sort of slam him on the ground and do like a little bit of a gator roll and like pin his shoulders. And that feeling like erupts out of you and like it's almost like it's impossible to describe this feeling. You've never felt anything like this, but it's as if with this simple victory, this very simple successful endeavor, it's as if you've gone through a crucible of experience.
Wow. Like I felt 100, like I've fought 100 battles kind of a thing.
Essentially.
Yeah.
You are now level 8.
Yo.
Teresa, come at me.
Wait, let me escape the pin.
I'm still laying like this.
You're kicking out at 2.5, yeah. That feeling though, after that happens, that like feeling of, I don't know if you can hear. I'll wait for him so I can describe this. I assume you can't hear me? Yeah, okay. He definitely can't.
Yeah, I fucked up my headphones like 12 times in a row there. I'm so excited.
Are you good? Can you hear us?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. That as soon as that sort of feeling erupts, that feeling of like dormant potential subsides.
Hell yeah. Do something. Fucking get out there and do something, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. I'll run out the door.
Make something of yourself.
Can I escape this pin?
Yeah.
Oh, Kill. Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's up to you, Kill, if you hold on to the pin or not. But I assume.
Oh, yeah, you said he pinned my shoulder.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah, I got up. I'm jacked.
Oh, okay. I'll ignore that then. It's all right, and I go to hit Kill with my I go to hit him with like the flat side of my long sword.
Okay, go for it. Make an attack roll.
He just like falls unconscious.
22.
I pop into my shell.
You miss. He pops in. You glance off the side of his shell, and you still feel that like that anxious like you took too much pre-workout feeling.
With my head and arms still tucked into my shell, I like pop my legs out and just like waddle out of the room.
Yeah.
Get back here, and I'm gonna keep going at him, basically.
Sure, you can keep trying just to see if like until you roll, better.
I rolled a 16.
16. You continue to miss. You just hit at his shell, his indestructible fucking shell.
12. I'm getting worse. Ooh, 26.
He finally gets me.
Yeah.
As you realize, like, you have a moment where you essentially hook the flat side of the blade around one of his ankles and pull up, and you actually trip him down. And that similar feeling of this minor, small little victory fills you with this experience, as Matt said, this knowledge of 100 battles or so, and you also level up to 8.
Yeah. Oh no, I get it. This is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It was.
To attack? I don't think I can.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you.
I'm gonna just try something I've never done before, and I'm gonna walk outside with my book open. And I'm gonna look at a tree with my book open, and I'm gonna walk through the tree.
Okay. Sure. You mutter the incantation in the book, and as you begin to walk towards the tree, the bark of the tree begins to and split open until what was just this straight up tree, both sides of it open up into like a circular portal as these tendrils sort of morph into this green bit of energy, like a little pool, and you just step through it. Where would you like to travel to?
Well, it's not that far.
Okay.
Oh, 500 feet. Let's do the other side of the tower, like
Okay.
through the back door.
Sure. You
Nobody can
pass
see
through
me.
that portal and you reappear on the other side. And after having successfully cast this ability for the first time, as you emerge on the other side, that feeling begins to wash over you and subside as you step through a new, more experienced, more powerful Arcanist, and you also level up to 8. Indigo, is there anything that you would like to try to do?
So I've run out of the tower. What time of day is it currently?
It's like the morning. It's probably like,
Okay.
10 a.m.
I'm gonna go find the most. I'm gonna run into town and find the most populated area of town I can find,
Okay.
and just be like, "Everyone, gather around for the performance of a lifetime."
Sure.
Yeah,
You go to the Inn on Ridge, and a lot of people have gathered there for like a late brunch.
Everyone gather around. I'm basically gonna put on I'm gonna use like illusion and stuff. Basically, put on a like Eurovision level like musical performance.
Sure. Give me a performance check with advantage.
Okay. Same on both dies actually. 22.
22. Yeah, you use your gifts of Arcanum to just conjure like this impromptu concert, like Mark Riboulet level of just like intuition, just building off of your own harmonies and like doing all this crazy shit, and just the people go fucking nuts. And after like not even after a minute of getting the crowd pumping, you feel that energy release from you, and you also realize your potential and level up to 8 as well.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Matt,
Right back to the tower.
do you know what this means? I can get blind fighting, and we can permacast darkness on one of my swords.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
oh,
Right,
Yeah. We have so much cool swag now. Is there at some point I will probably ask Teresa if there's like, and I'll ask this in a very casual kill way, but like, like a graveyard that nobody really cares about.
oh, jeez.
Oh, I definitely know of a graveyard there's nobody cares about.
Certainly.
You're like guy. Some place out in the woods that
Oh yeah.
like those weird ones you find on the back roads where you walk into the back and there's like really fallen apart gravestones. You can't read them anymore.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what you're looking for?
This will do perfectly. I'm gonna start. I don't want y'all to look at this like I'm raising an undead army as much as it is that I'm giving. We got this new abode for us to kind of stretch out, let loose, and meet our full potential. And I want my spores, my fungal friends, to be able to do the same. A new place to live for them. And I'm gonna start just raising up. I'm gonna start animating some dead, giving my my spores a place to move in and fruit and thrive.
Fuck yeah, dude. Sounds good. There's not an extraordinary amount of like corpses here that you can animate, but you know, this seems to be like a forgotten little graveyard of about, you know, 12 different folk that have been buried here over time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do some math, but I think I can I mean, for now, I'll raise up 6 of them.
Okay.
6 of them.
Raise up 6 of them. Because of the level of decay of these corpses, as you raise them with your spores and the mushrooms and the fungi begin to take over and host these bodies, they resemble a little bit more of like the clickers and stuff from The Last of Us than they do like, you know, traditional zombies. Sure. The like the facial structure and all that kind of stuff, like these people are like unrecognizable. They are much more fungus than they are you know, corpse.
And I can animate skeletons as well, so I'll leave it to you to classify these as either fleshy enough to be zombies or
I'll say I'll leave it actually up to you to decide how much influence the flavor of like the spores and the fungi would provide, because like I would think that because of the growth from like all of the, you know, fungus and stuff, like it would be a little bit more fleshy than it would be skeletal. Just that's what would be in my head, specifically for kill. So, you know, you can use the stats of a zombie or the stats of a skeleton if you want. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll mix it up.
Sure.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Good looking out, Teresa.
I feel like one of those might look a little familiar.
Family resemblance?
Could be.
I look at the one, I say hello, and it's just like
yep.
Are you gonna name them?
Silent Bob, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
You can take your
and
time.
Teresa
You don't have
too.
to come up with it now.
I'll take my time. I want to suss out their personalities a bit.
That sounds like a good.
I'll just screaming.
Well, that one's the screamer.
All right. Do you all reconvene back at the tower?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. The deck is still sitting there. No one picked it up or anything, so you all just fucking ran out.
I mean, do we want to pull another card? Do we want to?
I don't know. I mean,
do we want to test that?
I'm kind of afraid.
Yeah, there's a
Feel
part
like the endless possibility.
kind of want to bury it and never fuck with it again in case one of the other cards
Something
makes me feel
bad
less
could
great than I do
happen.
right now.
yes, I mean, I can't imagine all the cards do that.
Yeah, they can't. Otherwise, Kato would have ascended to God
Yes.
years ago.
This box would be empty if that's what it did, I'm sure. But I mean,
I wonder if Kata had a way to. Well, no, I guess not, because then she would have just used up the good ones. Maybe she was not much of a risk taker. Does Sal, did Kata have any sort of like journals or like research notes or any? I know you said that she had like some things related specifically to enchanting, but anything about like anything personal?
There are a lot that there were not like no like personal like diary notes, if that's what you're asking about.
Yeah.
It seems like this tower was like entirely devoted to scholastic and educational endeavors.
Okay. Was there anything outlining I might be thinking of 2 different things, so I'll just start one question at a time. Is there anything outlining the various weak points in terms of places where the barrier between planes is thinnest. We know that one is basically here.
Mhm.
I believe and I'm forgetting which one is here. And then obviously where we just were, I think, is Shadowfell, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, there you find a couple different notes that specify a few different realm rifts that she has discovered. One of them is here with the Shadowfell. Another is another that she's been hypothesizing that there might be one or two to the Underdark in the Frigid North, which you have sort of confirmed.
Yep.
She has marked that there is one. There's a realm rift specifically to Avernus, so the first layer of hell, in sort of like the. It's like the southeast of Naledi. Like she describes it being near Sinner Road.
Okay.
And then there's another one that she's discovered that is another rift in the Shadowfell. This is the most recent discovery that she's made. This rift is located at the Crimson Cliffs in the northern part of Naledi, northeastern.
Without going back and taking the time to look through my notes, do these points correlate to the red dots on the realm sphere? I'm forgetting.
So the
Love Hannah's face though.
yes, the there is the realm rift to the Shadowfell near the Crimson Cliffs correlates to one of the red dots. However, the other rifts that she's discovered do not.
Okay. Doesn't mean that they aren't other realm rifts. But and I'll kind of do this thinking out loud with the crew. Excuse me, with all this new fun information. I imagine I've spent a little time playing with the realm sphere, playing with like my ability, if I've gained much of it, to modify it. I think so far the last time I played with it, I was only able to really like view but not edit. Have I, with my sort of my newfound capacity for whatever, have I figured out any ability to like modify or take notes or anything on it?
Go ahead and give me a intelligence check.
Just raw intelligence.
Raw intelligence, baby.
Okay. That's 17.
17, not bad at all. With your newfound confidence at this unlocked potential, thanks to this tarot deck, you spend a little bit of time with the Realm Sphere now, trying to figure out how you can further its use. And you get to the point where you're just sort of like it becomes clear to you that you can sort of manipulate it into bearing more detail to the terrain that it depicts. And as you begin to manipulate it, there's a point where you feel like this innate kind of, not attunement, but this understanding of it for a moment. And those red dots that had appeared sort of begin to fade, and where they once were now like sort of erupting out of the surface of the realm sphere are these four little like thick black spikes. Not too big, but like they're these like four flat-sided little spikes.
Like
That
obelisks?
like four little black obelisks sort of erect out of the spikes, yes.
Okay. Hell yeah. Yo, I'm getting better at this.
I can see that.
Yeah, you see this? No? Nothing?
I'll be honest. I don't really know what you just did.
Where have you seen black obelisks before?
I don't think I have.
Am I there while this is happening?
Yeah. I mean, unless you say they're not.
I recall seeing a vision of the Five of Hells in front of one. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not.
Oh, good, because I wasn't sure. I was hoping one of you guys.
Oh, okay. I thought I was forgetful for a second there. Good thing that's been cleared up.
I don't know. Maybe.
Must mean something. I'm sure.
Yeah. Sal, so just so that I can put it on the same page, can you remind me where the four obelisks now rest? So one of them is in the Crimson Peaks.
Mm-hmm. One of them, yes. One of them is in Crimson Cliffs.
Thank you.
Another one is sort of in the middle of the Hephesian Peaks.
Yep.
Another one is in the Frigid North, sort of like high north of the Frigid North.
Further north than the Shadowfell Rift, or the Underdark Rift. Okay.
Correct, yes. And then there is a, like the fourth one was essentially where like Aberlock was.
Okay.
Not directly on top of it, but like in the vicinity. Essentially, if you didn't know where Aberlock was, it'd be somewhere in the Tempest Peaks.
Can I, might I? God damn it.
Oh. Overly zealous.
Can I, or might I, equate the obelisk in Aberlock, or in the Tempest Peaks near Aberlock, to where Luara had her completed her pilgrimage, and the obelisk in the far north to be where Lo was going to do his?
That you don't know if that's exactly the literal exact pinpoint location.
Yeah.
But it's pretty close.
Hot damn. I'm getting it. There's something to these places. I don't know if we have the wherewithal to, get out of it what Lo and Luera were getting out of it, but shit, they're obviously places where there's a great deal of concentrated power of some kind.
Could be useful to visit.
If the Five of Hells was dealing with something like that, that's would make sense, I suppose.
Yeah. We'll think on it more.
Yeah.
Was I the only one that went with Luera? I don't remember. Or did y'all come too?
No, you were the only
You were the only one.
Yeah, okay.
You.
Was that obelisk black in person? The place where she stood?
No.
I didn't think so. And there were multiple places, I think, because she tried one and then she tried a different one.
Yes.
Well, I think
Yeah,
she almost
okay.
fell from one, in fairness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
they weren't really obelisks. They were
Right.
like little spires, little peaks.
Right. So it's not like I saw a black obelisk, but there might be one causing such potential
Figurative
to be there. Yeah.
black
Or maybe it's actually there and it's just kind of under the earth or sort of in another across one of these realm rifts or something, you know?
Yeah, just right on the other side.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, shit. Well, I imagine we'll make our way to Crimson Cliffs eventually, right?
Yeah,
It's on the short list.
That's I'm pretty sure the next destination, really.
Yeah, it's closer than the.
It's like the only
closer.
Is that where the druids were?
That's in the Ephesian Peaks.
Yeah. But the Crimson Cliffs was where one of our targets were. I don't know where my notes are because Michaela rearranged the office the other day, but I'm sure I'll find him if I actually look around a little bit.
We'll have a little time during the.
That's where Gawain was apparently hiding.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, because I know she's listening, I like it better this way. I just don't.
Good save.
Oh, it's on the floor?
It's always been.
No!
It's always been.
Oh my God.
Got him.
I didn't touch.
It was on the desk.
It was not.
It was.
That's so funny.
It's trying to push it up on.
I'm dead.
I literally tried to be nice to them, and they still came in and shamed me.
Get wrecked. That's so funny.
I quit.
All right. Are you guys doing anything else with the deck, or anything in particular, like at this point in time right now? Or
I have a question. I know we investigated. Did we, or specifically I, find any material that seems to have come from, I don't know, a beast or a thing from another realm? And it'd be something that feels like it might be related to what I'm looking for. Just since Kata dealt with different realms and...
Yeah. So unfortunately, you didn't find anything like that when you guys searched the tower. However, you do sort of. Sorry, Mox is like rolling over on his belly for me to pet him right now.
It's okay because I have my own
perfect
cat
timing.
too.
Perfect timing. That's so funny. You want to see another cat, Bubba? Come here. Oh shit! Come here. There we go. Go look. See, it's a cat. It's a cat right there.
Oh.
Yeah. He doesn't realize that it's just a video, you dumb fucking idiot.
He's so stupid.
You're such an idiot. So you do recall, though, that Kata had mentioned that Ignatius was the one who specifically researched the creatures. She researched
Freaking
like
Ignatius had to be a little douche.
That little bastard man. But she was the one who sort of researched like the properties of the realms.
Right.
Hannah, where's your family right now? You scried them, right?
Yes, they are.
Are they in the Ephesian Peaks as well?
I thought they were by the Crimson.
They're one or the other. I don't remember.
They're by the Crimson. They're not like at the Crimson Cliffs, but they're by.
That's the
nearby.
closest.
Okay. Yeah, so we're headed that way.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be near. They're going to be near a place called Traveler's Rest.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I'm just rereading my notes. They're always terrible.
So, when should we, like, how long are you guys thinking we hang out here?
My only thoughts, we knew that Kata could move her tower at places, correct? Is there any chance we could figure out how to move it to our next destination? Save a bit of, I don't know, walking time?
That will be sweet. Yeah.
If that's doable, but
I imagine if we maybe took some time and read every, fucking book in this place, we might be able to figure it out.
I gotta say, I'm a little anxious to be off.
Off?
Let's to leave, to go, to continue.
Why is that?
I just worry about how much time I have to find the things I need.
Oh.
And
Oh, you're saying that you would like to move on? Is that
Yes.
what you're...
Yeah, I want to leave.
Are you drunk?
We should leave. No.
Not you.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Of course I am. What have I done?
All right, good man.
Serious question. Like,
Shut up, of course.
Wouldn't dare be sober.
Was the tower constructed here, or did it just appear here?
It just appeared.
That might be worth another sort of discussion with maybe guild members, if anyone knows anything about it, or if there's any are there any other wizards in the guild, arcanists who might know, who could assist? I mean, otherwise we're basically just saying we're gonna bounce, and then we probably should hire some people to kind of guard this place, which we obviously have the money to do, but we don't know if this whole thing teleported from somewhere, or if it collapses into a fucking cube.
Well, I'm really as long as we make some sort of steps towards our next destination, I could go either way. We could move on and just hire someone to guard the tower, or spend some time figuring out how to move the tower ourselves. I'm open to any suggestions people have.
That within our capabilities?
I don't know. I guess we'd have to find out.
I mean, I guess we could ask, but...
As a player, this wizard's tower is dope, and I don't necessarily want to leave, but as a character, Gil's not going to be like, yes, I would like to put down roots and stay here, so sure. Whatever you guys want to do.
You can decide. We can decide that. We can always just decide what you guys want to do, on our downtime, while we're off stream and stuff like that. Is there anything you guys want to do specifically right now? Does anyone want to continue to, do specific things in the tower, or go to town real quick and do something? Or are you guys putting the deck away? Are you guys putting all your shit away? Are you just immediate things that we can do before we wrap it up?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna spend some time researching to find out how this tower moves. If there's anything like that accessible that I can find.
Okay.
And whether it's within our means to be able to move it.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me an investigation check.
Okay. It's 10.
10. You spent some time looking about with all the notes and books and stuff like that, and you quickly realize that there's a lot that you have to get through. At first glance, there's really nothing that you find that sort of details the there's no user's manual for the tower. Maybe if you continue to search over time, through all of these different things, maybe you'll be able to find something, but keep in mind Kata essentially not conjured, but you don't know how she built this place, but she is the progenitor of this tower, and so you assume she didn't have any plans to bestow it upon anyone or get rid of it or whatever. So because she's the one who uses it and stuff, she doesn't really need you get a pretty quick you're she probably doesn't have anything written down about how to do it, because she's the one who does it, you know what I mean? So maybe you could probably find something if you spent a couple days looking throughout the tower to get an understanding of things and whatnot. Maybe you could look onto something, but you don't know.
Sure. Well, what does everyone else think?
I mean, maybe why don't we just let the guild members know, or whatever. You can let Theodrin know maybe that you managed to buy back your lands in the tower back from Kata, and that way, I mean, what? Why y'all cringing?
I've never cringed in my life. I don't even know how to do it.
Didn't seem like any of the townsfolk were necessarily, excited to have her anyway. So might be a relief to them. That way, if your family's an institution around this place, then they probably show it some respect.
Suppose
and if not, fuck it.
Anyone else in town even thought of Kata, if they even had any chance to interact with her. It seems like she was a bit reclusive.
Yeah, but when we were in town talking to people, they were like, "Yeah, she just fucking showed up, and it was weird."
Well, then it sounds like they probably wouldn't investigate any further if we told them.
We could spread it around that I have it back. I don't know how much people will care.
Maybe just let your boy know, and word will spread.
Yes, if we could get some people to look into this for us, that could free us up to do some other things.
Or whatever.
We should. I'm afraid. I think we should just leave it. I feel like Kata's gonna come back and she's gonna go there and she's gonna kill whoever's there. And
oh, well, fair point.
And Kata's a little check mark. A little box we need to check off at some point.
Eventually.
I mean, listen. She's not wantonly murdering people. I mean, she was pissed at us because we killed her little lover boy, whatever. She's not. I don't think she's dangerous for the most part. We just pissed her off, so she's not going to just kill someone for being here. I don't think.
We don't even know if she'll come back like with memories or in the same form. I mean,
true.
It's not really
any number of. It could take years for all I know.
Yeah, but yeah, we can just bounce and can always check on it on our way back through town. If it ain't important to you, it ain't important to me. I'm looking forward to just being back outside. So, roof over my head ain't exactly a priority.
I think we should take that deck of cards with us. Certainly.
Oh, for sure. We're taking all the shit.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
What we can carry.
Those are war trophies.
Well, self-defense trophies, let's call them.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, so I guess we pack up and make our way east.
What's our next destination? We're heading towards the peaks?
Crimson Cliffs.
Crimson Cliffs.
Wait, do you guys want to destroy the local economy by selling? Let's see. I've got.
It is a trader's town. It's a fairly bustling.
I've got 2,300 gold pieces worth of shit and around 2,500 pieces of gold. I think we would wreck the economy.
Well, I'll say this. I'll just do this out of character to save time. I want to keep things that my bungle friends can wield. So if we got like extra swords or like bows and arrows, that kind of stuff, like the zombies and the skeletons can actually use it, like magic items. But like I have no use for like this plate armor. Like none of us do. So like there's certain things on this list we could definitely sell, I think. If it's reasonable, I also think we definitely would want to take the telescope in the bag of holding, if that's a thing we can do.
Yeah, is it a big boy or is
you said it's like
what about that box? The box that shrinks things when you put them inside. Will it fit in there?
You can fit the telescope in the box of storing. Yes.
The box of smalling.
Can we put the telescope in the box of storing and then put the box of storing in the bag of holding?
You cannot. Unfortunately, you can't do that.
That might. Do I know what happens? I mean,
end of the universe.
Is it still a thing where you can put an extra dimensional space inside an extra dimensional?
It's not an extra dimensional space. It just is enchanted to shrink things.
Yeah, it's just too big to fit in the bag of holding.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, is it carryable? Can I like strap it to my back in a reasonable way, or is it too big?
You could strap it to your back, but it would be cumbersome.
No, then I'd rather just leave it and put the telescope in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
I'll put magic telescope in there.
Before we sign off, you quickly realize after going into town and attempting to barter and trade a lot of these very expensive things that even the fact that the guild house is there and it's built for commerce, you quickly realize that people cannot afford the things that you're trying to sell. And so unless you decide that you want to sell these things at like an insane bargain than what they probably would actually be worth, like the plate armor itself would be worth like 500 gold.
Yeah.
And like no one has that kind of money. Like or would be willing to spend it on that because they're like, well, that's an investment that like I can't. Who am I going to sell that to? You know what I mean? So you actually quickly find out that while they are worth like a lot of these things are worth a fuckload of gold, until you find a market that actually someone could afford it or be interested in these kinds of things.
Could always go to the capital.
You could go to the capital. Sinner Road is another place that you have set your sights on going to as well. That would probably be a good place to try to sell these things. But this small town in the middle of nowhere, even though it's got like a good, trades sort of post, it's still not that. This is a little bit too rich for their blood.
Can I at least sell my sapphire and 3 rubies?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
For what purpose?
From what money? I'm sorry, did you need these full gemstones for something?
Yeah, I do. They're shiny, and they symbolize our friendship, I think.
Our top 5 friendship. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sell them.
Oh no, Cass has already symbolized our friendship. He gave me some diamonds earlier.
Oh yeah, you'll give her some diamonds, but you won't give me the shiny rubies and sapphires.
For magic. That's insurance, is what that is.
From a metagame standpoint, they actually are useful as high-level spell components. So unless you just want more gold for no reason that we will struggle to spend.
I don't cast spells.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me the gemstones and you keep the gold?
All of the gold?
Well,
the 2,500 gold that we found. Because the 2,500 gold we found together, the 2,300 gold's worth of jazz, is mine.
I imagine even a pirate would love their gemstones, but if you really want to sell them, do what you got to do.
What I'm offering you is you may buy them off of me if you prefer. Because what am I going to do with gemstones? Put them in my jacket? Use them as a button?
I mean,
I'm selling I'm selling myself on them. I'll be real.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like
we could make you a shirt or something if you want.
Yeah, you could be like
you could inset them into your horn.
That would be incredibly painful.
But incredibly pretty.
I'm imagining a real Jean Valjean transformation into Monsieur Lemaire for you, where you just suddenly you're showing up in like a long like overcoat that's just jewel encrusted, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a Dragonborn thing, but
yeah. No, I'm not gonna make any deals with you. You sell them if you want. I can't imagine that many people here are even looking at buying them, but
there's gotta be a jeweler. Well, I'm gonna shop around, see what I can get for them.
Yeah.
Best they can do is 20 gold for all 3 of them.
For all 3? Are you fucking serious? Oh, actually, wait. I forgot the economy's different here. Fine. I like pocket them and leave.
Sure.
I wanted more money.
All right.
I think we've definitely already come to the part in the game where gold becomes almost meaningless.
I'll be introducing some things that you'll have opportunities to use it with. But I think with that being said, I think we'll end the session there. And with that, we end the first season of the Great Naledian Crown. So fuck yeah, you guys! What a fucking session, huh?
Imagine the final episode of a TV show. It opens with a character almost dying and ends with them just like going shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Great.
all right.
It's a nice little roller coaster.
Continued.
We love
What
it.
a
We
fun,
needed some
pleasant.
down, decompress time.
Yeah, it was so pleasant. We got all this
You
stuff.
never get to see that.
I'm gonna outfit my walking army. It's gonna be great.
It's great. All right, y'all. Well, like I said, if you missed this in the Discord message, please check out the Discord so you can see the announcement, the official announcement. But we are going to be taking a very slight hiatus from the Great Naledian Crown specifically. We will be returning with that eventually. However, for the next 5 weeks, we're going to be doing a mini campaign in which we will be bringing back our old pal Jenna. We're going to be playing with all 5 of our party members. It's going to be sort of like a 5-session little story that we're going to be exploring. It's going to be taking place in the same world of Petrichor, the same time, just a different part of the continent, so that the characters are not going to be interacting with the Baird souls and stuff. Everyone's going to be making a new original character. It's going to be a new original party. They're going to be level 7. Today they leveled up by extraordinary means, so it's not going to be the same level as I mentioned in the announcement, but that party will be level 7, and they're going to be exploring some really cool stuff over the next 5 weeks. So stay tuned for that. Title of that to be decided. That will be announced next Wednesday. It's going to be the same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on A Little Dicey. So if you want to keep up with us, or you want to use this time to catch up on some episodes that you missed, please check out the YouTube channel. We have everything up to episode 41 uploaded right now. Hopefully we'll be getting episode 42 uploaded shortly, sometime maybe this weekend or something like that. So look out for that. And in the meantime, the VOD is going to be up for 43 for the next 2 weeks. So eventually it'll get uploaded to YouTube as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of cool things coming up shortly. I finally have gotten pretty settled in my new place in New York. So look out for some new cool content. And if you're familiar, or if you've been keeping up with some of the stuff that's been going on with, like, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro and all this weird stuff that's going on with Dungeons and Dragons, apparently we're not really going to be affected too much by that, at least with their most recent update. So, fingers crossed on that we won't have to do too many weird things with the channel or anything like that. But for now, it's all going to be pretty hunky-dory. So thank you guys for joining us this week. We can't wait to bring you a new fun story next week, and for the foreseeable little bit of future. And yeah, it's just gonna be fun having the game back together. So we'll be seeing you guys next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for our new mini campaign, and then we'll be seeing you back with the Great Naledian Crown pretty soon. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Oh yeah.